I said no more goody two shoes, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck you too is likewise. This is what they left me in when they ain't choose the right side. Red inside my sight lines, feeling this in my mind. Venomous synonyms, nigga, I become a python. Cause y'all really push me to the edge. Ain't no more rebuilding once it's fire on the bridge. Keep an eye out when trying to feed a dog who ain't been fed. Cause after you feed them, they might use the strength to bite your hand. It's crazy, I know. Thinking how could they do it? Play with negatives. Way too long and they show improving that. No more goody two shoes. No more Mr.
85 South.
85 South show.
I left my old joint. They hit us, yo, man. We see y'all niggas be doing y'all things. Yo, man, you niggas ever in Philly, get with us.
Yeah.
Niggas don't be looking at this shit the same. Like, some
Right.
niggas just like to,
Some people like the whole.
People like to get together on Wednesdays.
Exactly. No. Some
That's
people
real shit,
Like
though.
having a fucking book club.
So all right. So before I even go into the cold opening, I'm gonna say something.
Oh, we hot?
Yeah, we hot. So I talked to Kelly about this a couple weeks ago, and what I said to her was, I know that you use this podcast as therapy, and I hate it. I hate the idea that you think that this is what the fuck this is. This is not. It's not therapy.
That's what some people use these.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's true.
I understand it, and I get it where you're coming from. The only thing that keeps me level-headed with you telling me that is the fact that you're always able to. You know what I mean? Where I don't never have to worry about you, kind of pulling back from this too much. You may not be all the way in, but you're not all the way out.
Right.
Which is actually cool, but the only thing it doesn't make you invaluable. And I say that to a lot of people. I have a real big deal with value, and I also.
This is definitely one of my things.
Yeah. Like I'm
Don't let a nigga feel too valuable.
dog. I'm one of them people.
True indeed. True indeed.
But I'm also one of those people or whatnot where I tell, I'm in a season now where I say, I'm talking about people being expendable. Those that are expendable and those that are not. Me and Nah had a long conversation just talking about really important people in their lives or whatnot. Like, yo, shit is vicious out here right now, dog. Listen, I lost my phone today for an hour. You know what that tells me? At any given moment, my cognitive senses could go. So what is the value that somebody brings into my life if I can't even fucking remember you? You know what I'm saying? I can't remember where my phone was, let alone remember the people that are having minimal impact in my life.
I'm very big on love niggas from a distance.
Dog,
Yes,
big
sir.
time. Big
Yes,
time.
sir.
And what I'm gonna want you to do is I'm gonna want you to pull that mic. You definitely gotta pull your mic closer.
At this age and stage in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I got entirely too much going on to be like, oh, you don't get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
Because I got probably two other people who could do it. I would have wanted to use you.
Yeah.
But you couldn't get there. But I already had Nah telling me, yo, so look, we was working on this other situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, but it's important. It's important that we could kind of. It's important that you kind of regulate exactly where you stand at with everybody when it comes to
everything.
value, importance, and time. Like, dog, you don't even understand. Like, with this new gig, great money. The fucking money is awesome. And it's going to get even better throughout time. And I'm only utilizing this job now that's busting my ass so I can be able to afford the things that I need to afford in the future when it comes down to this shit. But I have to keep the main thing, and turn it into, all right, I'm going to utilize this in order to fund this other shit. So I'm not talking about.
That's my job.
I'm not talking about 15 things. I'm not talking about the same thing 15 times. I can't.
Right.
I can't keep mentioning it over and over again. I got to be like, yo, bro. All right. I even say to myself, you know what you want to do with this. You know what you want to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, dog, I'm be so fucking tired. I'm sitting upstairs looking at spaces, looking at cameras, looking at microphones, and then I doze off and fall asleep. They're like, oh, shit, fell asleep last night. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it tomorrow. And keep that up to where I always have that on my mind. Like when I mentioned about the when I was talking about everybody having a station. And the reason why I put that shit up, I'm like, dog, just take heed to that. Take heed to that. It's nothing personal. I'm just like, listen, put that together because that'll make all the sound better. And all the way across the board. Once we start to do these little things and start to implement them, you'll start to see that it'll chip away at any issues that we have with producing content. You know what I'm saying? Then when it's time to go big range, nothing will be out of the ordinary. It'll be like, oh shit, oh all right, it's just like a stepped up version of what we had before. You know what I mean? Like even with when I was doing, like I said, when I was doing the Hive thing, we kind of got funded by a nonprofit, and the nonprofit stepped in, and we're donating equipment. But I'm like, nigga, this ain't even the equipment that I need. This is not the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need the $500 mic. I could have did with a $100 mic, but we did this because it seems like the great thing. I'm like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Because we can do specific things by working accordingly and working, you know what I mean, with a particular objective rather than just trying to go expensive. You know what I mean?
When I did the seminar, one of the first things I told niggas is like, you don't need $1,000 worth of equipment to start a podcast. First thing niggas will tell you is you got to get all this crazy shit. Like, nigga, we had Wi-Fi and a computer.
Right. Right. But you know what?
My nephew the same thing. I said, yo, you'd be surprised. You go back and look how many episodes I did with a phone.
And listen, and
phone and a tripod.
So, but there's this middle ground though.
Absolutely.
There's the middle ground in that everybody plays in, and the reason why the middle ground is a slippery slope. There's a difference between having a Lumix and having a Red camera. There's a difference between having, you know what I'm saying, an iPhone and a you know what I mean, a DSLR joint. You know what I mean? These things are, and it's not a big leap. It's just one of them things that kind of teeter.
It's about how you're trying to present
exactly
what it is you're trying to present and what your setup is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like for a setup like this, no, I couldn't just do this shit with just my phone. I could, but it wouldn't come off the way I needed to come off.
Absolutely.
But,
absolutely.
You know, it's about what your setup is, what you're trying to execute, and how you're trying to present.
So notice what I said, though. To start.
Right, to start.
Yeah, to start.
Right.
Dog.
Now,
but see,
eventually we went from the computer on the table and it's me and my brother to it's 3 cameras in the room, it's a radio station, and it's 25 niggas. Like, it became a way bigger situation, but to start, your episode 1 shouldn't look like episode 57.
There you go. There you go.
Starting just means I got these. Everybody starts off with them same 5 topics that you've been running through in your head. You can't wait to get these opinions. That's cool. Something else I said on the seminar, you know, because you took the seminar.
Facts. Hashtag Hympe taught me.
Man, I came up with that. When I first time I seen that, bro, I felt good about that motherfucker.
Right.
But like, you gotta progress with this shit.
Yeah.
And it's all about everybody got 5 episodes. What you gonna do episode 17?
Episode
37. How many niggas you know that got a page? They had a couple of good followers. You got 300 followers. Bet you had 300. You had 4 episodes. What you doing now?
Yeah, exactly.
Before I started How to Hustle, nigga, I had 20 topics, 20 guests.
Yeah.
And 2 radio stations.
Right,
Before I had an Instagram or a fucking name for the podcast.
Right.
Because that's how I feel about the purpose.
Yeah. Because my
episode 1 ain't really my episode 1 because I done already been 3 fucking years doing this shit when I started doing this shit by myself.
Yeah.
Right.
But niggas don't look at it like that.
Well, see, I'm coming up on episode 200 now, and I'm looking at it now like, dog. The craziest thing is that I had to have. So I've been going back and listening to old episodes, and the biggest thing is kind of
we always talk about that, right?
Gotta
check your game tape. Yep.
Dog, observing the growth is crazy. Pause. It's just like it's the craziest shit. But like being able to look back and be like, this is episode 43, episode 75. I'm like, holy shit! It lent itself to a whole lot of transition, and I'm like, I'm proud of that. But I also look at it and say, yo, right here is a couple joints that right here I was on fire. You know what I mean? Then I look at
y'all get that feeling.
Then I look at contributions too, people that contributed to it, right?
For sure.
So there was a space and time where I had a co-host, you know what I'm saying, a boy that came on named Scott Vibe. Scott Vibe, still my man, he's the one that he raps the intro to the podcast. And I brought him in for probably about a month and a half. Most of the time it was over at the Hive. Matter of fact, it might have been longer. It might have been like 2-3 months. I look back at the episodes with him on. I'm like, holy shit, fucking podcast gold. But he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. So I was like, understood. And he's a rapper too, so it's different. And then, everybody's mind frame isn't always there. Some people are actually.
Everybody doesn't see the vision, and
Yeah.
you can't make a nigga see it. You either see it or you don't.
The scariest thing though would be the niggas that are actually great at it.
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, nigga, I wish
So
that
sometimes
you loved
it's
it
not
like I
even-
loved it.
Yeah, there it go. So I was about to say, because sometimes that's the thing too,
Andrew
right?
Wiggins, garbage nigga mentality.
They ain't got the
You got all the ability in the world and none of the heart.
That's crazy.
But sometimes you got people that, like you said, amazing talent at it, very skilled with it,
Yeah.
but they don't got the passion for it that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's not fitting what they doing in life. Because that's the story of my first podcast partner, the person I came into it with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you said, we had fire episodes just back and forth. Like it felt like Kissing Styles is in the booth.
Yeah.
When me and him was going off. And
Right,
that's
right.
no disrespect to my current partner or nothing like that, because we have our own.
That was a stray.
No.
How you kicking
Don't
up
do
dust?
Queen like that.
Leg shot
Don't do
me, man.
sis like that. Don't do sis like that. But we have our own vibe. Like with me and him, everything was funny. Everything was funny.
That's what it be.
Everything, it had more of a comedy vibe to it.
Yeah.
With me and her, it's more of an intellectual vibe to it.
That's true.
It's more like a witty thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a clever thing.
Well, women ain't that funny.
But
I tell my wife that, like,
Yeah,
funny, love.
Hold up. You said that to your
that's
wife.
the-
We like honesty in my household.
Yo, I can dig it. Like,
I
honestly. I know about 4 funny chicks.
What
And
did
it ain't like,
Martin said, you cute, you just not funny, baby.
like it's just it's one of them things, man. That's really what it is. You can't.
Not every woman is funny like that. You're right.
No, come on, bro. Let's.
I mean, I don't.
it's the funniest girl you know.
Okay.
Some more.
The funniest girl that
I actually
that
know.
you know. Let's do it on the range. You know what I'm saying? So the funniest girl you know is a 1 to 10.
I don't think I know any funny girls.
On the range of funny,
It's the craziest shit I ever heard.
the funniest girl I know is 8.
Word?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
The funniest girl I know is 8.
Oh,
On the
that's
funny scale.
no.
What you mean? He looks?
No,
Yes.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
as soon as he threw
okay.
numbers out there, he was
No,
throwing
because
numbers
you
out there.
already know what I'm talking about.
Went over my head right quick. My bad.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, actually, I'm right.
Really?
Yeah, no. Funniest girl I know.
Oh, that's wild.
You said
Now that I think about
Instagram
it.
was at what now?
Yo, let me bring the podcast in. Yo, welcome back to episode 198 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast. And as always, I am him, he is me. I am Mr. Know-It-All, your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster. Even if you didn't know that he podcasted, as well as podcasting and multimedia's lovable, smart ass. Give it up for I. I'm in a fucking building. And to my left, Kelly Q is not here, as you can tell or whatnot, because that nigga looks nothing like Kelly Q.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
He's way better looking.
You're a little lighter than Kelly.
Way
I get that.
Oh, man. Give your introduction, man. You know, because you got the whole, you know what I mean, your favorite fat man, freckle, blah, blah, blah. Do all that
You know how I
Hey,
do
tell
it,
us,
man.
baby, give him that rundown.
You already know who it is, man. I've been here before. Glad to be back. It is your favorite coach's favorite coach, your favorite fat freckle man, the big dog himself.
Ooh.
Nah, and I'm back in the building with my man's Mr. Know-It-All. What up, though?
To my
Comfortable.
Oh, shit. To my far
Right
left
now.
and whatnot. Right now, let's take a small intermission and whatnot for your commercial break. And go.
So first of all, both of these niggas was disrespectful because neither one of them mentioned that they were a part of the Podcast Link Live show, a Podcast Link Live crew. So let's give a shout out to ourselves. We TV stars now.
Oh, yeah.
This face belongs on the Tizu.
On the Tizu.
Man, copy that. Now, get comfortable. It's at I am Hype on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not Hype. I'm not geeked up. How to Hustle podcast with Hype. Again, you Google my name. They going to show you some pictures of Nah, that's cool. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? Fat light skin. They try to say we all look alike. They also bring up a Podcast Link live show. The next one will be coming soon, 2025. You make sure you get your tickets. You know what I'm saying? We'll have all those links and stuff ready for you. But you already know, Custom Hustle World, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter at H2H Cleaning for all your cleanups, clean outs, roofing, plumbing, flooring, HVAC. HVAC, whatever you need, tree trims, cuts, all of that. We got all of that love. And also, if you can see, you know what I'm saying, the boots, those are in now for all you on the video stream. Yes, Custom Hustle, we have boots. We have 5 versions of the sneaks. We got socks, too. The socks will be dropping by the time this episode is out. Custom jackets, custom jerseys, custom everything. Barber capes, T-shirts, collar shirts, shorts.
Working on condoms.
I don't know. We like to go raw dog at my place.
Yo,
so,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't used one of those in decades.
Yeah.
My aunt gonna say, well, damn, you got drawers? I said, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I can dig it. Crazy.
Hold on, though.
Yes, sir.
Why was I drawing and I didn't mention that I'm the co-host of the fantastic podcast known as Life Be Life?
Life be life.
My bad to my co-host Mimi the Goddess, who is not here, of course, because she lives in an entirely different state, but shout out to her.
Yep.
And, you know what I'm saying? Also, shout out to the sponsor of my podcast, Keish with the Cakes, the owner of Simply Nashay Catering. Shout out.
Shouts out to those Oreo situations.
You know what I'm saying?
All day.
She be at the podcast live supplying, you know what I'm saying?
See, this
She
nigga,
sells everything every time. She never had a not sell out.
Mr. Know-It-All was playing. I told him, he said, I'm going to go and get me one of them Oreos. Nigga, what part of sellout didn't you understand?
Dog, that
What
shit.
you want to do is tell them before the show, like I do.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? When you're paid talent.
Put your butt in.
When you paid talent and you're on the marquee, you know what I'm saying? You don't come in with the customers.
Absolutely.
Situation.
Nah. You
Yo,
you
Keith,
absolutely
you know what
right.
I'm
You a
saying?
star. You get preferential treatment,
Well,
man.
that's
I
why.
let him know now, you know what I'm saying?
That's why for the hip hop joint I did come in and went ahead and grab mine early. That shit is thick.
He gonna walk up to me and say,
Pause.
Pause. I know.
he
But
gonna walk up to me
goddamn.
and say, this joint is crazy. I can't fuck with 2 of these.
Have my shit all fucked up during the joint. I'm like, dog, it's true, complete and utter dairy. You know what I'm saying? Thick with the cream cheese. And you know what's funny, though? So here's the funny thing, right? So for Thanksgiving, I make something very similar. It's a dirt cake.
Okay.
Dog. The joint I made this year was crazy. And I don't know how to make just a little bit of something. So it was in like a fucking like lasagna dish.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Dog. I'm like, we upstairs. The shit sat upstairs for a week. And they niggas barely put a dent in it. My son was. I should have called niggas like, I got this whole dirt cake.
Damn.
Dog.
Swing nothing.
Ain't gonna bring us up 8 weeks later.
All right,
You know
so-
what I mean? Ain't slide none of the portions.
Before we get to catch up, how long do y'all hold on to Thanksgiving dinner? When's the last day that you eat it? So let's we crack it first on Thursday.
Of course.
When's the last day?
So usually Thanksgiving, it'll be so many niggas that by the time we've hit Monday, we probably got like just some yams left, or like just some greens left, like, or the only thing that it really like it'll be left will really be turkey. And
You niggas be eating.
because it'd be so many niggas. Like I told you, my mom had stores. Like my mom can cook.
Right.
So, like it really be just me and my mom that's really doing everything.
Y'all eating this shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
I mean, the niggas who didn't come on Thursday showed up Friday afternoon. Man, gotta get one of them plates.
God.
You had a dirt cake in that motherfucker. Like, niggas will show up Saturday with the hey man, and then usually like Sunday is like the hey, we got another lamb shoulder that we didn't pull out on Thursday, so we can get you niggas to eat all this shit so it ain't still in the house.
God damn.
So yeah, by like Monday, Tuesday, like nigga, we making turkey salad, and that's just that.
Yeah. I think I pushed the envelope this year.
You was next Friday after next.
No, nigga, I was Wednesday afternoon with a plate of mac. Like, nigga, I'm pushing it. That's pushing it right there.
Nah, you was cool.
Listen.
Oh, what? Dog, that's 6 days.
Listen, y'all could listen and judge. I do not give a shit. I am the leftover god. You hear me?
Oh no, we not turning down no leftovers.
I scoop that, man. Whatever I take in portions for the family, and then I take for me.
Okay.
You hear me? Because I ain't trying to spend no bread on lunch the week after Thanksgiving. Don't let you have a husky. First of all, because I'm a married man, I got to do double duty at 2 houses. So don't let there be enough turkey at both houses. I'm leaving with turkey from both houses.
Oh no,
We got turkey. We got turkey sandwiches.
Right.
We got the legs. We got the wings are still there.
How long? You
We
still didn't
got-
answer. How long?
Man, as long as it
Wheels fall
lasts.
off, nigga.
You heard me? Till it run
We
out.
talk. Are we? What
Till
are we?
it run out. I will. If I
question.
could, it would make it all 7 days.
I got
If
a
I could, it
question,
would make it
nah.
all 7 days.
That's crazy.
I got a question because the words is important. So I noticed what he said there.
What?
I get something for the family and something for me. It's because you showed up with just your own situation, and then your wife went, "Oh man, that looks nice.
You know what I'm saying?
That looks good. Can I just get one? Can I just get two? Like,
And that's why I will never make it that far.
Oh, y'all still
That's
still
why
do
it'll
that shit,
never
huh?
make it that far.
Y'all still do that.
I didn't do anything, nigga.
No,
I'm not the one saying, "Man, that looks good."
No.
I'm about to say, first of all, I didn't do it. I'm with you. I didn't do anything. What happens is, because usually they home and I'm not.
Right.
That's what happened. I come back to my portions
Okay.
being, you know what I mean, dented.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Oh, dog.
I come back to my portions missing.
I live.
Being
always
lower and lesser.
I can always tell because the foil is not tucked.
Nah.
Exactly,
properly.
gang. It's never
I tell
placed
my
back.
wife that all
Or
the time.
even if it's in the
You got a
Tupperware.
problem like closing shit. Why is it always? This is how you.
Even
always
if it's
know
in the
you there.
Tupperware, it's never back how I placed it, where I placed it. Never.
So here's the problem that I live with now and whatnot. So my son is 6'2.5", 6'3", about 320 during the season. When he back off and whatnot, and he's not calorie eating 297 during the off season. So he's right now he's probably like 284 right now because he got injured. So all that pound packing and whatnot. But the nigga eats like he got he got a hemoglobin problem. Like you know how
They
vampire
used to say back in the day, you got a tapeworm?
Yeah, exactly. Like you know how fucking
He's young. He's got a
vampire
young
yeah, so the vampires gotta eat all the time and whatnot to keep
Metabolism,
up. So this nigga eat he'll you put the bread in there and you get 1.5 pounds of lunch meat, and the nigga eats the 1.5 pounds of lunch meat. He just keeps making sandwiches. And I knew it was a problem when I seen him eating the 2 butts of bread with the sandwich.
Hey man,
Said
be
my
like
nigga-
that sometime.
No, I said, nigga, no, but I bought the bread. I
not the
bought
butt
that.
bread.
I bought that loaf.
Be salty when you get down.
That
to
loaf
the
of
ass
bread
cheeks,
got here 2 days
ass
ago.
pieces.
That loaf of bread got here 2 days ago.
Creased it. He creased that
So
shit.
how many sandwiches you get out of a loaf? Is it 12 or 14?
So here's the
What's that,
thing.
like
Here's the
26
thing.
slices?
Hold on. Because here's what I know is going on that he not realizing.
What's that?
That man eating triple deckers.
No, he not eating triple deckers. The nigga just eating 2 sandwiches in one setting.
Oh, he too.
Yeah, dog. He eating 2 sandwiches.
I ain't gonna hold you. I damn sure knew he was eating too.
I knew he was eating at least 2.
Yeah, you just said the nigga got to make weight and all of that. He's in season. Oh yeah, you know. he's
Especially
hungry
if you're
too.
going through a whole loaf.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
2 every run.
But that's just one meal.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's just breakfast.
Not to mention the box of cereal that he, this is 2-3 bowls of cereal a setting.
That's just you just walking through and you know what I mean?
That's the college
Scooping a
life.
handful and just
That's
scooping
college.
a handful. That just or you just in a cup
That's
and you
college
just scoop
life.
out the cup.
Niggas just.
Unless you have a big ass mug or something like that.
And what I've done is I don't share food with him no more. So I bought a Popeyes meal the other day or whatnot, right? It's supposed to be for a family, right? So it was just me and him. The nigga bought. So we got the Joan. It came with tenders. It's a $20 meal. Came with
That
four,
shit got
four-
4 chicken fingers in
four-
it.
yeah, 4
I've
chicken
seen that
fingers,
fucking-
yeah.
First of all, I told my wife when I seen this commercial, you cannot have 4 chicken fingers in a box and tell me this shit was for my family.
dog.
Right.
4 chicken fingers.
Right.
But it had 8
What
pieces.
4 chicken fingers doing?
8 pieces of chicken.
Me and the will. All right.
Oh, the problem is that it had 8 pieces of chicken though
That
too,
sounds
right?
like the light, bro.
But
I
the
ain't
8
gonna-
pieces of chicken only came with 1 breast. So it was like 2 thighs, 1 breast, a couple wings, and a drumstick or 2. So the nigga, I just call myself, because me, I don't go crazy. I'm like, if it's enough food, I nibble, because my daughter wanted the sandwich. So I got her a separate meal. So I said, cool. So I get
my
the Joan.
daughter, too.
So I put me a thigh, and I put me 2 chicken fingers. I got a biscuit, and we all both had a side of macaroni and a side of mashed potatoes.
You didn't eat the big piece of chicken?
This nigga took the
Big piece of chicken.
like a brontosaurus leg. I know it was disrespectful.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, because
Flag on the play. We gotta
Well,
talk
yeah,
to the little nigga, man.
he had already touched it.
You gotta let him know.
Yeah, no, I cussed him
You
out.
better sew 2 thighs together.
Y'all was supposed to go out back and shoot the fade.
For
Yeah,
real.
listen.
Y'all supposed to go out back and shoot the fade.
I agree with
For
you.
real, bro.
I agree with you.
Don't take the big piece of chicken.
I know,
dog.
yeah, that was disrespectful.
Until you working and you purchasing it, do not take the big
So
piece
we
of
had-
chicken,
I had to
dog.
have this conversation with my daughter.
Right.
I had a bag of breasts. So it was like split them, put them in the oven type time.
Right.
Everybody had one.
Yeah.
So now, a couple days later, we at my mom's and she made chicken. My
Yeah.
daughter gonna reach the fork and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's like, oh, I like this piece. You
Yeah.
might like that piece. But I don't know why you touching that. She's like, well, you ain't never listen.
Yeah.
Notice that your mom didn't reach for that. Your grandmother never reached for your grandfathers. My man is there. He said, come on, you got to know better than that, Kai. Ain't nobody got to tell you that. Why would you even put a fork in that?
That's kind of
You
crazy.
better get your ass two of these wings, goddamn, or a drumstick if you feeling froggy.
Yep.
That'll get a 2-piece.
You damn sure.
Chris Rock said you better get you a pork. You don't eat pork. I'm about to
damn
say
sure
get a
ain't
pork
get- you damn
pork
sure
chop and sew two wings
pork
together.
chops and a wing together.
Sew 2 wings.
Two turkey chops and a
Two
drumstick.
turkey chops sew a wing
Wing
together.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
You damn sure you don't get a breast, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Titties are for the grown men, okay?
You ain't never lied.
That's a bar.
Titties are for the
Titties
grown
are
men.
For the grown men.
That might be the name of that.
That's a
episode.
bar.
Said I am Hympe on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, so we here, man. So I guess we been doing all that, man. But it's time for the catch up, man. Catch up, all that shit.
I got one for y'all right now, even though
Oh,
this is
shit.
not my show. Something that I've ran into last night. So, you
What?
know, it's gifts exchanging type time. When they gonna change the name to December to just holiday season? We'll get into that later.
that's a whole different topic.
God damn, I'm so tired of hearing holiday season and last minute shopping. Like, nigga, it's December 2nd.
I was outside. I was disgusted today. Disgusted.
If you get a gift card,
Mm-hmm.
you had, I don't know, you had whatever the situation was.
Okay.
Now I got you a gift card.
Yeah.
You go to Target to go spend that gift card. Ain't no bread on that motherfucker. What's your reaction? How you handling that? You calling him or what you doing with that?
I'm calling that nigga. Like, you know, you gave me a gift card with no money on it? Cheap ass nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, dog, I don't give a fuck. If I fall down both ways. Apparently, you know me well enough that I could call you and tell you, nigga, hey, listen, nigga, you gave me an empty gift card. The fuck is this? Was it another gift card that was full and you accidentally gave me this one? What the fuck are we talking about? How you gonna give me, though? Nigga, you know I'ma spend the shit. Yeah, I'm not one of them niggas that just lay the shit down. No, nigga, this getting spent next week. Why would you give me an empty gift card? What happened? Who did it? And who need to be cussed the fuck out? Who did it?
Nah, how you handling that one?
Crazy. Nah, you might have to rub me a fade. Like, why would you play in my face like that? An empty gift card?
Now riding around with the gloves in the back seat, bro.
Like,
This is what Nas telling us.
like, why would you play with somebody like that? That's
It's
crazy.
a wild John.
That's actually flat out disrespectful. That's not even like neglectful. Like, you had to have the story that Keith said where it's like, nah, this, you know, I took the stuff off and I forgot I spent one and nah, bro. Like,
No.
first of all, my joint still, all the strip and all that shit's still supposed to be there.
So let's keep it a bean, though.
So you managed to, nah, you really finessed me.
No, let me ask you a question. No, can I ask you a question?
Now I'm getting upset. It
Hold
ain't
on,
even
hold on,
happened to
That's
me.
a hell of a joint, though.
Hype. Wait a minute.
It
Hype,
ain't even happened to me and I'm getting upset.
let me ask you a serious question.
What's going on?
I just want to ask you a serious question.
Oh,
I hope I'm not disrespecting anybody in this situation. When you got the gift card, was that little weird glue still attached to the
wait,
cardboard?
This wasn't my gift card situation.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
all right.
saying, Keith.
Because if
This
that was the case,
this was Life Jennings, hypothetically.
because all right, so even hypothetically, right? So if that happened, then you definitely got to run me the fade because if it was still attached, that means you stole that fucking gift card and then you gave it to me as a gift. So you gave me a hot ass unactivated gift.
That's
You
really
might as well
crazy.
like that's some crazy.
really
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, that's a wild joint right
That's
there,
really
dog.
crazy.
Yeah,
I ain't
nah, I don't
gonna
know.
hold you. It was so like
Yo, that's
asked
some
my
wild
wife this
shit.
shit last night and I wrote it down like, yeah, we gotta use this.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is not a whole episode. We can't make a whole episode.
No,
out
no,
of
no,
this. We
no.
Nah, but that's
just a
wild.
That's
wild
what I said.
joint.
I couldn't use this shit for me.
That's brazen.
So I'm like, I ain't gonna hold you. If a nigga did some shit like that, that's like a check-in, like, bro, is everything cool? Cause like if you know who gave you this joint, you know, like sometimes baby shower or whatever the situation is, you might have 12 joints and you don't know who this came from, especially if it's me giving it to you. I'ma just walk up, hey, nah, it's $50 on this joint. My wife like, you supposed to give him the receipt. Yeah, he don't need to know I bought eggs, milk, sugar, and cream. Like,
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, I just tell a nigga, yo, it's whatever on the card. But I'm like, if you get a couple of them, it's like, well, damn, you would be like, all right, so I got, who the fuck gave me this joint? Which one was it? And like, but I don't. That's a check in on the nigga. Is everything cool, bro? Because like if you just stealing gift cards out of Target,
It's not a check-in. Like,
what's up? Like,
no,
You
here's
ain't
the
had
thing.
to give me a gift, bro.
for real, you could
You
have
had
told
to
me.
give me a
You
gift.
could have hit me with the yo. I got you next week. You know, so
No, exactly.
it's all-
You could have told me I ain't getting nothing this year, bro. I'd rather you tell me you ain't got it for me this year than to give me a gift card with no bread on it. Because like he said, I'm finna go use it.
I'm definitely.
And more than likely, you got me a gift card,
You at
not
the
just any old
Target-
gift card. You got me a gift card to some place I could use it.
Oh my gosh.
You at Target like I was getting that blender, nigga. I'm sorry.
What? I'm in line now. Swipe, and they sit there like
$35 on this card, bitch.
ignorant shit. You mad as shit too. Like why this
I
not
done did
working?
the math.
I got some shit out my card on Amazon and this.
You know what I'm
motherfucker-
saying?
I'm so bad. I would call the nigga in the line. I'd be like, "Yo, bro."
Oh, for
like, I'm
sure.
like, "Yo, dog, I went to scan the joint, but something ain't working and whatnot." I figured I'd call you before I spent my own money and whatnot because this is a gift, right? Like I thought.
For
this was a
sure, I'm calling while I'm
So
still
you-
in the store.
You cash at me while I'm still.
Yeah.
You heard me?
Make sure we
You heard me?
Let's get this transactioned.
What we doing?
My
What we
bad.
doing?
I ain't want you to say I ain't mean to jump all over the show, but that was
What
something
we
that I just-
doing?
Oh no, because
saying?
but it makes all the sense in the world because it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like
I figured this was the perfect time of the year for this question because somebody's showing up to somebody's crib with a gift card and they going, "Hey man."
but you giving me PTSD though because
Oh, Keith had this.
no, it's not even that.
Kelly gave you a gift card.
No, it makes me think back. It makes me think back to all the cheap ass people that came to my wedding.
Shit.
We had 260 people at my wedding. The first nigga I saw was like, "Who invited you?" Because he wasn't on the guest list. And I didn't have 260 gifts.
But here's the thing. How much money did you receive?
Nothing compared to what I put out.
All right, so my wedding roughly was probably about.
I mean, I don't remember the exact number now. It was about
Probably,
8 years ago.
my wedding was probably like 15 grand.
Oh yeah, niggas like you way more than they like me.
Nigga. No. That's how much I paid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We're in the vicinity.
Yeah. So check this out. How much you think I got back?
400.
No, that was just from my mom. My mom gave us the most money. Mom gave us 500, right? Alone. So from all the other 120 people that came to the wedding.
All right.
Let's put you at a cool
25.
Let's put you at a cool. So you already had 500.
Stidak.
Let's put you at a cool. I was about to say, let's put you at a cool stat.
Stidak. I opened up cards with 6 niggas' names on it.
Hype, Tone, Keith,
Yo,
They all put in.
Star.
we all put in,
Man.
but it was like it'd be like $25 in the card. I couldn't. So no, you niggas is laughing. This shit ain't funny, bro.
Oh my god! 6 niggas on the 25.
Hey, yo.
That shit not funny, dog.
Bro, this from all the niggas.
That's all from us all, from all. You know what I mean? From us all.
This from us all, bro. You know what I'm saying? We held you down. Nigga
Y'all
had,
niggas think that shit funny. That shit
nigga
not
had
funny,
5 gin and
dog.
tonic. Nigga had 5 gin and tonics at your joint.
There be so many niggas on this one nut ass card. I'm like, why is it 12 of y'all on the card?
Turn my
Dog,
shit off. I'm dead.
dog, I was so mad, bro.
So
6 niggas on a $25 card.
See, this is my-
crazy.
this was my situation, bro.
Oh no.
I got engaged in March and married in
get the
July.
Right.
So
Strap.
all that was me.
I know.
So
Go get the gun.
Fuck the gloves now.
Go get the fucking gun.
6 niggas. I can't beat them all. 6 niggas. I can't beat them all.
Nah, I
Somebody
said
gotta
fuck
get
the bag.
both.
At least we
Play for
popping
your
the trunk
fucking
now.
plate. You said,
Yo.
so what you say? You said you had
$5 card.
I got, as I said, I got engaged in March. I got married in July.
right.
So that shit was all me.
Yeah.
And on the way to my wedding, my brother had an accident. My man got killed. Like we had a whole lot going on the way to
damn.
my wedding.
Yeah.
I lost fucking 2 groomsmen on, like I said, on the way to the fucking wedding.
God damn.
So yeah, once it was like opening the cards, it was like I knew this nigga wasn't coming up with nothing. This nigga ain't even show up. I don't know if I'm talking to this nigga no more.
Right.
Like I said, first nigga I seen in there was like, who the fuck told Cuz to show? 'Cause what table you at, nigga? Because you not on the.
You see, if you ain't RSVP, so you know damn well you ain't bring a card.
So the problem, like I said on the word RSVP, was my brother had the accident. My man got killed, so we stopped sending invitations out.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like-
All right. Yeah.
Like that was the same day. It was like we don't know if he's
Yeah.
paralyzed and
God
this
damn.
nigga ain't here.
So niggas was still just popping up though.
Niggas was calling me day of the wedding, like, hey man, can I bring?
So wait. Now was these people bringing anything as far as so they wasn't contributing?
Yo,
The fuck? See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Tripping.
Nah, man, yo, just
Yeah, nigga, they made a lovely post on the gram that said, shout out to my cousin.
Oh, yo,
Look at Hympe in his suit, him and his new
yo, I
wife.
can't finish the episode.
I love
no,
love.
man, because niggas
Hashtag black love.
Yo.
They winning. They the hood, Jay-Z and Beyonce. God, if I hear that one more time, please. Hold up. Please let's stop saying that at niggas' wedding. I don't want to be the fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Nah,
Let's
man.
stop throwing that with then Barack and Michelle, and then
I don't give a fuck about your shout outs though,
then
my
it's
nigga.
Larry and Lisa.
You can't. Whenever niggas start making executive decisions to come to your wedding for a plate and don't kick nothing back.
Hey man, I heard y'all niggas was frying the
Yeah,
catfish.
exactly. Dog, here's the thing though. My shit was $1.25 a fucking plate. You supposed to pay for the plate. And I had open bar. So niggas came through and got blitzed.
So,
Got blitzed. 8 today was full. 6 niggas. 6 niggas and $25. Come on, dog.
Six
Come on,
niggas
bro.
offer you a
Yo, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I opened one of the cars, dog. It was like, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Pook, pook, man. It was Brenda,
LaShawn,
Letitia.
Inez,
It is Alicia. Yo.
Stacy, Tracy, Tawana, and Wanda.
We love you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was
Congratulations,
like,
cuz.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. We all here, dog.
Love
Like,
you,
what the fuck?
nigga.
Yo, we love you, nigga.
Niggas went live. They went hair on.
Yup.
Yeah, my fucking cousin. And I gave that nigga a card.
Yo, oh my gosh. And they lied, said, yeah, what? You know what? I ain't gonna do that. Cause then, if you keep elaborating, then it's gonna be specific niggas that get called out or whatnot about the
Here
shit.
comes the stray, y'all.
No, ain't no straight dog. What the
Ain't
fuck?
a straight. That's
A straight. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you got
that need
caught
to
with
be
a
a
straight.
headshot.
You niggas showed up. You talking about shooting? You niggas showed up to my wedding with a minigun. Like you fucking came in, ate all the food, drank all the drink, and left.
Them niggas played duck hunting.
No, I couldn't believe it, bro. I could not believe it. And then when I tell other people how much money that we got, niggas looked at us like we was crazy.
Hey, my cousin was at the bar telling them, "This my cousin wedding. You and 65 other niggas in here is my cousin. So that doesn't make you special." Like,
All right, let's get off the wedding shit, man. This shit is.
I legit-
So look,
love you, baby.
Yo.
Y'all killed me. Y'all legit-
nah, man, because that shit was, you know what I
I
mean?
need a break.
And all that shit happened before the fights. You know what I'm saying?
Stop
That was.
it, I need a break.
Oh my gosh. So look.
Y'all legit cause a cramp.
So, oh man. So speaking of fights,
Oh, I'm not kidding.
you all right?
No.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, y'all made me laugh so hard. My
Man need an
side
intermission. Now I had to reach back for them gloves so many times that nigga done pulled.
Well, keep talking, nigga, because we gonna keep rolling.
I know y'all are.
All right. So look,
Oh man.
you heard about the Gillian Wallow shit last night.
Nope.
All right. So look.
All us in.
So here's the thing. Gillian Wallow had their little KO joint. This is like the second annual KO. It's like a KO mixer where you get a bunch of fucking personalities from the internet to kind of it's like hood celebrity boxing. I'm all for it. I love it. I think it's a good idea. The only problem is that some of these niggas really got beef, and some people just don't take it as is to say, okay, it's a North Philly nigga that don't fuck with a South Philly nigga, and them niggas just want to box.
You got to do that homework
Delaware.
before you start inviting niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, so therefore, but they go there today. They at the where the Blue Coats play at the Chase Arena over in Wilmington, Delaware. So Gilly hires the Wilmington police, you know, specifically to come around and kind of regulate shit. He pays them $14 grand. Reason why I know this is because this is something that he said after the fact. Apparently,
They didn't need a couple of podcast link niggas to come, you know,
Who the fuck?
hippies and shit, because I could have 14 grand. Nigga.
exactly. We could have no. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, he could hired a personal security for the next part I'm about to tell you. So here's the thing. In the middle of the joint, I think he had like 10 fights scheduled. I think after like the 6th fight, Meatball was up there. She knocks the dog. They put Meatball in front of the biggest, slowest bitches I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen no shit. And I'm like, how is Meatball knocking people the fuck out? But anyway, it is what it is and whatnot. This just proves to me that a bunch of girls can't really fight. But that's a whole nother topic.
You see, that's all she do is get into fights.
Yeah. So she just stretching chicks. So that's
I
just.
know some chicks that know how to mix.
Oh no. I know
Might
some
not be
chicks that-
funny, but they know.
Oh yeah. They. So here's the thing. Next thing I know, I start seeing all of these posts that look like Rodney King riots, and apparently, with dogs biting niggas' legs and shit like that. The niggas outside of the chain, and that's why this is a big news story. They get into it with the Wilmington Police Department last night with niggas that were trying to come in, trying to get in there. What the fuck is that? Try to get in there without without fucking paying. They didn't have any tickets. So the Wilmington police, instead of just regulating shit like police do, nigga, if you try to break into a place or whatnot, we gonna lock you the fuck up. Come up to Gilly while he's trying to host this event, which is pay-per-view. I'll be mad as shit if we doing a fucking live show and the cops keep coming in there that I paid, you know what I'm saying, to tell me about what's going on outside. They coming in there and they're like, yo, you may want to talk to these people, come outside and talk to these people because the way I'm going to handle it is different than the way you going to handle it. I'm like, nigga, you the cops. At the end of the day, I don't know all these niggas. They coming out here to support. Long story short, Gilly, somebody spreads the rumor that niggas was outside shooting at the cops. So they come back in. Gilly comes back in, stands on stage, and this is on Instagram. The nigga kicks everybody the fuck out. Tell everybody, fuck y'all, get the fuck out. So because the cops wanted to stop the joint. So they come up to him after everybody clears out and say, no, we didn't say that niggas was shooting at the cops. We said that they was shouting at the cops. Gilly comes back on there, apologetic, like, holy shit, I've ruined the show, stopped everything because the Wilmington Police Department had a thing out for me or whatnot, and the dude that was in charge fucked it all up. Yeah, all right?
Get up, Sam.
All right, go ahead. But what you call it? So essentially, with all that going on, or with all that being said, it became a thing to where is now half of the people are mad at Gilly for the situation being the situation. Half of the people, the other half of the people are looking at it and pissed off at the Wilmington Police Department. So now what they're going to do is he wants to set something up to try to make save face for it. Yeah, so he wants the Philly Police Department to challenge the Wilmington Police Department to a fight, and that he's going to, try to capitalize off of. I think it's a bigger issue, and I feel like they're going to make it light, but I feel like it's a bigger issue. The bigger issue.
Like in them situations, like, all right, so when we did the first live show, we had a situation where security came to us and said, yo, we got somebody who's been trying to get the fuck in, and they ain't listening to what the fuck we telling them.
Yes, I remember.
It's all about the communication with the situation.
Right.
Really, like you said, if you up on stage and you hosting whatever this situation is, this is why you got to have more than one nigga just in there doing shit.
Yeah.
You got to have somebody that you go to and say, yo, look, a Hympe, a Taya, Nah, or whoever.
Yeah.
We got a problem with this, and we got to communicate, make sure we getting this shit right.
Right.
Niggas are shooting at the cops, then we got to break this shit down because shit's about to go all the way left.
But
if niggas are just screaming at the cops, we got to make sure that it's a difference in screaming and shooting.
Yeah, it does a big fucking difference.
But that's why I'm saying, that's why we got to make sure this communication is still on point. We can't just have it like this is the only nigga that you can talk to and this is the only nigga that can make shit go. Because now, you probably done fucked up, you could have fucked up your name for future events, period.
Yeah, that's true.
No matter what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, that's very true.
Because now niggas is like, well, I don't know if you're going to turn on this if somebody says what the fuck ever.
But how?
Now niggas is just going to say shit is happening just to see what happens.
But in that type of situation, though, how do you keep that regulated? If somebody is... See, I think the problem is that I think that these type of events need to be kind of run by a team, and then Gilly and Wallow need to be the figureheads rather than try to be the face along with the event coordinator. Yeah.
When we were doing the show.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker came to one. I don't remember who he came to.
Yeah.
He came to me and said, yo, this is the third time that I done told the nigga this.
Right.
All right, so I'll take care of it. We don't need to vote on how we gonna handle this one. You gotta have this shit and it gotta be, like you said, more than one motherfucker. Because if I'm up here now, what? Yeah. Somebody else gotta be able to speak for this shit.
No, that's absolute.
When you do business with niggas, you gotta be able to trust a nigga that you put in those positions.
Yeah.
When you come off and you say, well, what the fuck happened with such and such? Oh, no, he did this, that, or whatever.
Right,
okay, I gotta trust your judgment if I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I can't just jump, pop, and now we on some dumb shit. Because like you said, this is business.
Yeah.
You fucking up the whole situation. It's not the last time we gonna try to promote a fight. Now we gonna try to turn it into the cops against the cops, which that probably ain't gonna fucking work.
Yeah. I mean, I really, those type of situations are only important, like, or people would, I mean, it probably would be a little crowd that it would draw or something like that. The really, really important portion of this is that, two things. I don't think that Gilly should have took that shit outside of the city. Like the first time he had it, it was in the city. I forget exactly where it was, but it was somewhere that was in Philly. And the reason why is that because...
So let's stay right there for a second.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that because that could be the business side of the things. Once you got some shit that we know, like...
Yeah.
once we got two niggas that's willing to bid on our situation, and now we got to go with what makes sense.
Okay.
So
okay.
if the nigga in Wilmington told me that we can do this shit for $2,000 less.
I do. Listen,
or three, or whatever. This like I don't know what the numbers will be.
Because I think that the Wilmington Arena is like a that thing. The Wilmington Arena is like a 5,000 seater. Then it might even be 5,000. It might be less than that. It might be like a 2,500.
I mean, it could be 5,000 if you're talking boxing, because it's just all about what's the
the way that it's set up and whatnot. And they got like a little stand because it's not a real big arena.
If we
you know what I mean?
about inside the city, if we doing that, where the fuck are you doing that at in the city? That's like that got to be like Leocore.
Yeah, you could with the Leocore. You could do it. You could do it. The 2,500 arena or something like that.
You getting way more than
2,800 arena. Yeah.
ECW arena.
ECW arena. That's right.
5,000 though.
It is. It is.
If we go Leocore, we're way more than 5,000.
And that's the point. Right.
You know, this is my lane.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh yeah, it is your lane. Damn sure is.
Layouts.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You got to find. We trying to hit a sweet spot.
Yeah.
One thing is you don't want to go too big, because then when you take these pictures and look at this shit, it's like, damn, ain't nobody to fuck over here though. But if we got a joint where that shit is packed, I give a fuck if it's 100 niggas packed in this motherfucker. If it's 100 niggas and we see this shit is sold out and this shit sounds crazy and it looks crazy, that's gonna make the next 100 niggas want to get the fuck in.
I think it had something to do with just not being in the city. The tax break might have been better because it was in Delaware.
Could have been, yeah.
So my thing is also wasn't because I've been, talking about we've been, doing some things, for the next live show, and I mean, cat out the bag a little bit. I've been, kind of talking to somebody from like Union Transfer, which is. Could be a bigger venue, could be a smaller venue. So I'm speaking to that person and whatnot now, just trying to get that in gear to see exactly what that looks like. But it's also about the way that it's configured, because she ain't got a price for me until she know what the fuck she want to charge me, and that's another thing. So I do understand what he meant by that, but that's just us on a scale of where we want to do things, and we're not doing a boxing event. That situation got out of hand because you bought the wrong element to the wrong place. So put it like this: if you invite niggas from Philly that may have real time street static, and you take them outside of that element and you drop them somewhere else that people right, exactly, with people that don't have a fucking idea about who these niggas is and what their problems are, that's where you go wrong in a situation.
Right, so yeah, when you bought that, when you bring that into it, because I didn't think about it from that era.
Right.
You don't even know that these niggas don't like these niggas type of situations, and if we all going across state lines, everybody coming with, ain't nobody coming without.
And that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. Until the shit niggas start getting maced and dog bit. That's some crazy ass shit right there.
So let me interject right quick.
All right.
Welcome back.
As far as
welcome back.
As far as that's concerned, right? Because I agree with both of y'all. It's about having a team to regulate things. Because when you think about it, this happens pretty often. Like those rap battles that they have and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have the very same thing. You have dudes who have legit street beef.
Yeah.
Going out of town. As far as out of state, like well out of state.
Right.
To go support somebody in this battle, and of course they have the lesser numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got home team on an away game,
right.
situation.
Yeah.
So they bringing people with them,
right?
But at the same time, the people they bringing with them, like you got a couple of fanboys, but you're gonna also have some dudes who like legit in the street. Like that's actually probably where the rapper gets their street credit from.
No, I agree.
9 times out of 10,
these two niggas are trying to go to jail.
You know what I'm saying? And still, these battles go off successfully as long as the rapper do what they supposed to do. So you can't tell me that you have these situations where literally animosity is going on in this thing, the same way it does in the boxing ring.
Yeah. I agree.
And then you have that situation turn out the way you saying it did at Gil's event. Right. There's some other things at play that's amiss. That we're missing here to have led things to go that bad, where the communication between Gil, Wallow, and the cops allowed things to go so sour for him to get that upset and be like, yeah, let me just kick people out because they saying they shoot. Something in the communication had to go wrong, which is why, like you said, you need a team. You need somebody who's the point person for that and the backup on top of that.
Right.
And then somebody who's good enough at being decisive. The same way Hympe said, all right, no, I got it.
Yeah.
He's not going to run back and we have to have this meeting of the minds to figure out how we handle this situation. Okay, cool. Let me go see about this situation. Somebody was supposed to go into action, say, Gil, get your ass back in there.
Right.
You and Wallow stay in there. I got this.
This is the situation.
Or we got this.
The nigga always says
and go forward.
Weed. This could be anybody's weed except yours.
Absolutely.
Right.
This could be anybody's
Absolutely.
gun except yours. We can take this problem to anybody except whoever is the nigga on the stage that's running the situation. What's the point of having soldiers?
Protect the bag. You always protect the bag.
This is the first time that I've actually seen. Now, what y'all do have to remember, right? We call this nouveau riche.
Yes.
New money.
Yes.
And the reason why it's important that we actually implement that is because we know well off Gilly and Wallow. We know the guys that actually have had a couple of dollars while Wallow, was building his record up. This $100 million shit is a new thing even for them. They make way too much money to even be moving around the way that they do. But there's a respect thing from it. I mean, even, and I hate to say this, but even look at this situation that happened with Gilly's son. This is important, bro. And the reason why it's important because we really, really got to start. There is a monster that roams around in the street. Remember the show Street Sharks? That's how I think about the streets all the time. I think about
cartoon.
Cartoon.
Reason why I think about the way that exactly. I think about the way that the thing about Philadelphia streets is I think there's a fucking fin riding around and anybody could be subjected to that. And the ones that being visible and being one with means can be the one that's gobbled up by the bullshit. Because here's the thing. You're looking at it along the lines of somebody
is crazy.
It'll be a pause. But you're trying to do for the community. You're trying to give back. You're trying to be that person. Trying to be that. Yo, be serious for a second.
I did that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right,
like trying to be like, you're trying to do something for the community. You're trying to uplift. You're trying to do something that not only benefits you but benefits the community or whatnot. And you're looking out. You're trying to actually still be a part of it. Here's the problem. The problem is that the streets don't give a fuck about that. There's a mass thought process that goes on that doesn't have anything to do with what if you're having a charity event, if you're having an event that's going to benefit the community, if you're going to have an event that's going to bring awareness or something to entertain people. They don't give a fuck about what you're trying to do. So here's the thing. You're right. They are operating at a deficit because you had the information, what it took to get this deal, to become rich, to be these podcast guys and do this, that, and the third. No matter how good you think the podcast is or no matter how bad you think it is, they did it, got successful, linked the right way, and got the money for it. Here's the problem. They had a shortcut, bro. There was a shortcut. There is not a team in between that to say, hey, guess what? We need to be you guys. If they want to throw events without having the experience in order to throw events. As we go, see, right now we're in a position to where is that we're each other's team as well as each other's partners in the situation, right?
Right.
So we can handle even some of the things on ground level. But when it comes for us to, you say it all the time, when it comes to us just being paid talent, and we got to be in the building. We got curtain times and fucking sound checks and all this other shit.
And you know that's my fucking whole business.
We don't have time to deal with the niggas at the door. We can do it now, but like I said, we would go to uni transfer. Nigga, somebody else got to do that. We don't have time to do that shit. So my thing is that they don't understand that. They thinking like, well, nigga, I gave you, and that's where the money comes into play. That's where you're disconnected now.
So in those situations, even if, like, we gonna use us for example, if me and Na don't fuck with each other and we come in here for this fight, and we know these niggas from this end of the city don't fuck with these, we gonna have to sit down and talk about this shit before we get there.
Absolutely.
We gonna have to already establish, like, yo, this is what the fuck we doing. You niggas don't like each other, and that's cool. We gonna work all that out in the ring.
Yep.
Outside the fucking ring, we gonna handle the business.
Yeah.
The problem that we always have in the city is we don't handle the business.
Right.
Our business mindset is terrible.
It's
I told y'all about this before. Like, I did an interview with Dutch and Spade and talked about, like, why the fuck wasn't we all working with state property? It's like, because we never even looked at it like that. Niggas just put us against each other the whole fucking way.
Absolutely.
If we'd have worked together, that brings the fucking whole city up. Instead of just dividing the fucking city. And now, when this nigga sees this nigga, it's up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's the shit that we never do. That's the shit that, like, on a smaller scale with the shit that we're doing right now. Niggas will always tell you that niggas from Philly cannot work together.
Yeah.
We are disproving that.
Right.
By doing all of the fucking shows that we've done.
Right.
I talked to Nah after the first show debuted on the BS3 network. Make sure y'all get over there right now. It's under new releases on the BS3 network.
Absolutely.
PS3TV.
Yes, sir.
.com.
On your Roku TVs, or we can get the link at the podcast link Philly Instagram page.
Mhm.
I talked to Nah that night, and I said, bro, this fucking feeling that I got right now, like, nigga.
Yeah.
He said, bro, I'm watching myself on TV.
Right.
Like, take a fucking bow.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
proud of that shit. Like,
Absolutely.
that's a major situation.
It is, absolutely.
But if we not looking at this shit on the, as soon as we talked about this shit, and he said, well, don't you know such and such? And I said, oh, no, my man Nah coming in with this. Because I know we talking trust. I trust that he can move these tickets. I trust that he gonna know what the fuck he's talking about. I trust that he gonna be able to handle himself.
Right.
Somebody else told me, yo, man, I seen your man was on such and such. Yeah, I know my man held it down.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even see it yet. But
Right.
if you gonna work with a motherfucker, and it's like, man, you gotta really trust that these situations is always about what moves it forward for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody don't understand that type of shit. The same shit that we was just talking about before the mics was hot.
Yeah.
Niggas don't always understand and niggas don't always see the vision, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So if these niggas don't see the vision, we can't have these niggas on our fight card.
Exactly.
We can't have these niggas associated with the situation because you're fucking the bag up. If we kicked everybody out of the joint, now they gonna have to throw a free joint.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's
the way
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And you gotta have a community event.
Yeah. That's, but see, also, and here's the thing or whatnot, and I hate to say this or what, because the problem, so when you're doing an event like a boxing event, in any facet. So I actually last weekend I was at Celebrity Boxing. And I actually got a nice little pipeline to them that we definitely got to get with them because that's some good shit. We'll talk about that later on.
We're gonna gloss over the fact that he just has a pipeline at the boxing. Was it?
No,
is Layla down there?
Huh?
Is Layla down there? Cause
no, nigga, no. We just said, but it wasn't nobody. But I mean, they've had some famous people and whatnot. Bull drops a bag, but he said he don't even
he
went over
his
right
head.
over his head. Copy.
It went over his head.
Go ahead. I thought he knew it all.
No.
Hey, wow. Headshot, boy.
Hey, yo. All right. Go ahead. So what you saying? Was I talking or you talking?
You was talking.
All right. But no, it's important that we understand that at a boxing event, at any boxing event or any combat sport event that even fucking wrestling, niggas want to test their moxie.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is even most of the time in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
So we start talking about a situation that flows outside of an arena for whatever reason. I like to me personally, I don't know if I believe exactly what the cops were saying because I think it's some super duper bum ass shit to drive all the way to Delaware without a ticket. The fuck were you coming all the way to Delaware without a ticket for? But
that's my cousin and them doing this.
People do it at every event.
I do agree with that. I do agree with
it
that.
at every event.
You ever pulled up with your homies and three niggas got to the
There you
door?
go.
We at the door and three niggas said, I ain't got no bread, bro. Why the fuck did you get in the car?
And it's
Or I forgot
always
my
somebody
ID.
who think they gonna get somebody in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it would have been cheaper to get you niggas to stay home than to bring three niggas I gotta pay for to get in there.
Facts.
Very true.
I've been there before.
Very true. But I mean, I don't want it to be, a situation that says, okay, because it's a combat sport, it ignited a situation like that. What I do want people to do is to be mindful of the type of event that you're throwing.
Absolutely.
Because we met at another event that Wallow and Gilly was a part of, and that's
Mhm.
PodCon. Yeah, none of that shit going on down there. But also though, that was actually in Philadelphia.
And so even that situation when we met, it's a networking situation.
Right.
So everybody's in here on networking type time.
Yeah.
The one thing, like you said, if you in those testosterone charged situations,
Right.
even the crowd is the video. How many times you seen a video of Tupac after the Tyson fight before he got killed?
Right.
When he run in the room and he's like, everybody's geeked up and wired.
Right.
Any of these type of situations, like you said, if it's fucking wrestling, if it's MMA, if it's boxing,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's in there feeling like, damn, I was just in the ring or whatever. And now the first nigga beep his horn at you,
Right.
you think you about to throw the fly kick or whatever. And like,
No, you right.
so
But even
you gotta
you-
recognize where you at and what you doing in them situations.
No, I
which is
agree
why
with
you
that.
needed the right team in the area to say, get them two niggas, because them niggas is drawn.
All right. So wait. Before you even say that though, now hold on to that thought for a second.
got you.
Do you think that this stems from
Organization, you gotta
organization? But we also got to bet we have a terrible, terrible track record as creatives in this city being willing to put money behind other people that would actually do us well. The reason why I say that is because you're talking about Gillian Wallow and a situation that has been well documented by the fact that them building the correct team of people or people that they needed behind them, they will extremely minimize a situation in order for it to work better on their behalf. I've seen it happen, and you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm aware.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that I'm not throwing them under the bus for this situation turning out the way that it did. What I'm talking about is that middleman, rather than letting Ben Franklin and fucking Andrew Jackson and Abraham Lincoln and you know what I mean, be your fucking middleman, actually have people there governing the situation. The money talks, but here's the thing. All money ain't good money when it comes to the way that somebody thinks about you. So if that chief of police was looking at you like you're a fucking clown and he don't give a fuck about your event, he's just here to get the 14 grand that you was kicking out. You like, well, what the fuck did y'all do for the 14 grand? Why I gotta be a part of this? Nigga, that's because them people don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about that money. They still got paid, and your event still got fucked up. You might as well not even had security at the motherfucker if it was gonna get shut down for some fuck shit.
All right, so let me speak to that directly because it's going in line with what I had to say.
Right.
Because even when we think back about the PodCon, right?
Right.
It wasn't just any old place. It's at a venue. It's at a venue that hires staff.
Yeah.
And somebody at that venue is vested in the integrity of the event being held at that venue. Somebody outside of Gil, somebody outside of Wallow is
production
vested.
Staff you're talking about, yeah.
Not just production staff. Granted, you paid for this building, but somebody cares about this building.
Yeah.
So you guys let something bad happen here. It's not just police you have to answer to. You've screwed yourself and you're messing with your reputation going forward because of what you allowed to happen at this venue that doesn't happen at this venue with other people.
So you don't think that, but that's a chase.
So
now I'm not saying Chase would have anything to do with that, but you know that that's where the Wilmington Bluecoats play, which is an affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Absolutely. So this is what I'm trying to say. That's why you needed your team to tap in with that side of it. To have somebody has to be talking to somebody there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Not just like you said, not just the payment so we pay to use the place.
Right.
Even at a lower level myself, when I've been able to rent gyms or go in gyms to have practices, it's not just I sign paperwork and pay to get the gym open so we could get in there. I've done the legwork. Or, my cousin who was my assistant at the time also did the legwork to bond with somebody at that gym. They already know our faces when we come in. They might not be there the entire time, but they've done legwork to make sure that when I get there, I know where the basketballs are going to be. I know where the scoreboard is. I know which outlets work and which ones don't. And I don't know that coming in, but they're going to let me know the minute I get there.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you got to have
organization, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So organization and team comes into play there because, like you said, that middleman.
Yeah, exactly.
That middleman needs to be present.
I agree.
And that's what was lacking. And that's what I was going to go to. Who was the middleman in that situation between them two? And like you said, because you're basically trying to get the most money and you get the most money when you divide the pie the least ways.
Exactly. That's
you know what
important.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you was talking about.
But you all end up paying the other way around.
Copy.
Yeah.
So you end up paying in the long run because now you have to
reputation.
throw this event for free. Like you said, now you got to throw a free event to try to get back all the goodwill.
All right.
Because that's what you're saying. You paying in reputation at that point.
And now you paying in reputation.
But not only you paying in reputation and whatnot, you could be paying in ultimate sacrifices and whatnot, because that becomes life or death when you start talking about people talking about weapons, people talking about dogs being attacked, maced, things of that sort.
People traumatized.
Right, exactly. So that's important.
And you got to think about your next event, because once I hear this is going down at this event, if I'm willing to come at the other event, I might bring my strap.
See, that's
the first thing somebody told me when we did the first show was when I walked up, y'all had security.
Yeah.
So that told me at the next one I could bring my wife.
There you go.
Wow.
Reputation.
Yeah, it's important.
Extremely important.
It's very,
and like
very
I said, I'm trying not to say too much because this is my regular fucking job. This is the shit that y'all talk about is my regular job.
Yeah.
Where I know exactly who this nigga's walking this person through, and like, yeah, you gotta have a team and niggas on the ground when we have a fucking show call at 7:30,
Yeah,
somebody's been there since fucking 12 o'clock.
Right,
Yes.
right, exactly.
So that when you walk in, it's like, yeah, you said the outlets over here don't work. You don't even touch
Yes.
those.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
ones work. You go over here.
Yeah.
Catering is that way. The bathroom is over here. Like,
Yes.
you need all of that type of shit.
Oh, I can't wait till we get a little white lady with a little, you know what I'm saying, one of them little pantsuits and shit.
Yep.
That's
You know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
And walk around with a clipboard. She's gonna
Yes.
kill
I'm
shit.
trying not to, I'm trying not to use these niggas' names. I got their phone numbers. That's why I'm trying not to say too much.
All right, well, man, thoughts and prayers to everybody that is involved in that situation. We
Sure.
we got that.
Yeah,
one.
hopefully everybody was.
Sure,
all
hopefully
right, dude.
everybody's cool.
So before we move on to the topic or whatnot, we got to talk about this. Dope. We're gonna spend 5 minutes on this because I really want to get to this topic.
Sounds like a long conversation to me.
Yeah,
He said 5 minutes. They ain't never going.
I know.
Go ahead.
Rem and Pat, man.
15.
Rem and Pat.
Oh, I'll let y'all start this one up.
We touched on it last week or whatnot, but you know, my
Pause.
partner, yeah, pause. She's not really in tuned too much of this or whatnot, so I never really can get the shit off that I really want to talk about in this situation.
Also pause.
Pause. Yeah, you know, hey, listen, it's all what that. She's a female, so it's different. But you know what I'm saying? So it's a
Fair
little
enough.
bit. So it's a little bit different. So, but oh man, who's wrong? Who's right?
Once we go to the internet, we both wrong. We can both be wrong.
Okay.
As soon as we get to at the beginning and the end of this, the people never understand is
Yeah.
once you have a kid,
Mm-hmm.
especially a kid in 2024, 25 days,
Right.
this is living on the internet forever.
Yeah.
Somebody's bringing this up in the daycare.
Mhm.
Somebody's bringing this up in the classroom. Somebody's bringing this up forever.
Right.
That your mom and your dad said this and did that, and you're never living that down. When little, I don't even know what the child's name is.
Reminisce, I think.
When this child ends up on like Love and Hip Hop type times or something, I keep saying, where's Little Confessions at? Usher's song, The Child. Little Confessions is always going to be confessions.
Yeah.
And when they get to growing up hip hop or loving hip hop or what the fuck ever, or you might even just go to fucking college. And once niggas put it together that you are such and such's child,
Yep.
Right.
they're always bringing this up.
Yep.
We can not like each other, but we don't need to put that on the fucking internet. Why the fuck do we need to tell you that? Did you
Yeah.
clean the basement at your house this week now? You felt no need to tell me if you did it, if you didn't, because I ain't
Right.
nothing to do with that.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, I agree.
if my wife cheated on me, if I cheated on her, they ain't got shit to do with nobody else. Why the fuck are we bringing it up to everybody else?
Do you feel like in the greater scheme of things or whatnot, especially as men, because we crucified you, damned if you do, damned if you don't. When it comes to defending ourselves in these type of matters, is it better to just shut the fuck up? Or do you have to respond and whatnot because it's so easy for niggas to just keep getting dragged?
It depends on if you care what strangers say.
I would say it depends on the allegation. So anything outside of SA,
Yeah.
shut
Oh
the
no, all right, yeah, see, all right.
anything outside of like little criminal allegations,
Right.
shut the fuck up about it.
But
Don't respond
Pat was quiet as shit until he wasn't.
until he wasn't,
Because again, we can both be wrong.
and that's
Like,
where they were both wrong.
And
Yeah.
in this situation, like you saying, if you care what, niggas is saying on the internet,
Yeah.
you said if you talking to sexual assault situation, we totally different conversation.
Yeah, any type of
But if
criminal.
we just
thing.
talking about like
Right.
strangers just talking about me on a block, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah. I
Like,
agree. Yeah.
You can say whatever the fuck it is that you want to say.
Yeah.
That's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to it. My 4-year-old has opinions.
Right.
I'm not asking for hers either.
Mhm.
Like,
No, I agree with you.
So
Yeah.
you can say I did this, I did that, and if somebody really knows me, and somebody brings up some shit, you be like, that don't even sound like him, or that don't even sound like her. Now, ultimately, I don't know what you're like in a relationship,
Mhm.
but that's ultimately ain't none of my fucking business. And what do I have to prove to some niggas in Houston that you don't even know? Some niggas in LA on the radio you don't even know.
Yeah.
Some niggas in Arkansas on the radio that you don't even know. What the fuck are you proving to them? Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if y'all talking about our situation. Talk about it all you want, because y'all know you don't have all the facts.
So.
Even if
Go
you
ahead.
have the facts, right?
Mhm.
Like, if something go down between me and my wife in our marriage, and she decide to take it to the internet streets,
Yeah.
screenshots, text messages,
Right.
letters, whatever proof she decides to share with the world, it's going to be a one-sided ass conversation.
Yeah,
You're not gonna have to ask who's right and who's wrong because you won't get my side.
I think it's their significant others kind of the ones that stepped in. I think the Clarissa Shields, Easy the Block Captain, when
Well,
they started talking.
Easy always been on the fringe with his mouth about this whole situation.
Right.
Even
right.
in the battle, his battles, the things that he was saying,
Yeah.
the little lines that he had. Oh, I still got the female. Last time I checked, I was black
Black
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Them little lines or whatever that Sleazy, the socked captain, decided to go ahead and mention.
The socked captain is crazy.
Brand new Custom Hustle socks are available right now at Custom Hustle World on Instagram. Custom Hustle Co.
I never heard a nigga that made getting knocked out sound so
That's
glamorous.
why I had to clown it, because at the end of the day, why am I trying to be so loud about a situation where somebody socked me, where somebody dropped me?
The nigga said
even if you snuck me, I don't want to sit here and tell nobody about that.
The nigga
or
said,
tell
I want
my
a fair one.
details. Yeah, like
I want a fair one now. He's like, 'cause the nigga snuck me.
anyway, but yes, you lose. You lose, you
Right.
lose, you lose. Because no matter what, like Hympe said, if she puts out all this information about me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Even whether it's true or it's not,
Right.
whoever believes is gonna believe it. It truly doesn't necessarily affect my bottom line.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I still got to be a parent at the end of the day.
Right.
I still got to make my business at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I got to worry about. Public opinion waxes and wanes. So there'll be people who was rocking with me, and now they'll take her side and they don't rock with me no more.
But you know what the
But then
problem?
there'll be people who didn't care about me, and because you done put my name out on the streets, now they go and they check into me and they rock with me now because they see how you acting and they
Right.
see how I'm keeping it chill.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same situation that happens with when people weaponize the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got the kid and your dad ain't worrying about you. Your dad got a new family. Your dad did this or your dad did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the child and the dad have never had that conversation because they've just been feeding, the mom has been feeding this to the kid.
Right.
Or let's reverse it because dudes could do the same shit to girls.
Right.
Right.
So once the child and the parent finally have a conversation 8 years later, it's like, I never told your mom that. I never came around there.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Here's all the times I text her or sent her money when you thought that your mom was paying for whatever.
Right.
Like, so I don't need to publicize that on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever the fuck platform, but that's what people do.
That's what
If
people
you
do.
give a fuck about what strangers is going to say, then you go right ahead.
But
Or
I
even
think-
niggas you know, fucking if even strangers.
So-
Niggas
And
know.
you lose. You lose. That's the thing
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
this is
Even
a
when you go
lose-lose
back out
situation,
there,
yeah.
you still lose. Only you lose worse because now
Yeah.
it becomes a back and forth situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now he said, "Oh, well, she's doing this," and then she's like, "Well, actually," and then now, like you said, without they side pieces getting involved, you know what I'm saying? You got just them two, and like he said, the kid is going to be affected. First of all, Pat was helping her raise her two kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before the kid that they had together, they're affected.
So here's and that's kind of even two things. The devil's in the details.
Absolutely.
The devil is in the details of everything. And here, that's the biggest problem about this. Once you get past the initial blow of what was said about each other, or not even what was said, just something that was said in general. Now you get to the specifics. Now, this is the part where I always think that the woman can never win. And the reason why I'm going to say this is because when you start talking about the just the grand gesture of being able to talk shit on your mate, and to say the things like, "Oh, fuck him, he got a little dick, and he ain't had no money, and he this that and the third." Of course that and whatnot, but sooner or later somebody's gonna be like, "Well, Joe, you was with this nigga forever." Plus, not only that, the more and more you keep bad mouthing him, you're trying you have to keep going, because it has to offset what he did when you were in a bad way. And that's the problem. The problem is that she already comes into the situation in a deficit. So by the time you get to he like his ass eating with his legs pent behind his head, you look really crazy. So that's what I mean by when I say the devil's in the details. So when you start talking about the kids being affected, that's the shit that's going to affect the kids. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, because if I know for a fact that you put it out there that my dad like his ass eating with his legs pent behind his head, by the time 10 years later and that shit's still floating around the internet, remember the time that Remy said like his ass eat? That now your fucking son is going to look at you like, "Mom, do not kiss me because you eat ass."
Yep.
See, That is the point of all. So when you start talking about getting emotional about these little things, that's why the devil's in the details. That's why it's just best to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like with the dude might be able to get away with certain things, but you know what I mean? It's
Not even if it comes to the kids, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Because then you got to look at it this way, right? All of us men are going to raise our kids a particular way different from the way our women do.
That's very true.
We all have principles, even if we agree on principles, but men and women see principles different way.
That's true.
And one of the things that men always try to raise their kids on is honor and integrity.
Yeah.
Right? So when your kid looks back and you talking to them about honor and integrity and you said, well, Dad, remember when you was beefing with Mom on the internet?
Oh, shit. Yep.
Remember when you put Mom business out there on the internet?
It's true.
Remember when you took that picture and you posted it on Mom on the internet?
That's crazy.
So no matter what, the minute you put yourself in a position to where your kids could call you to the carpet because you've put out a digital footprint which goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Somebody will always have it.
Right.
Somebody will always have access to it and can bring it up at any time. Like you said, it could be 20 years down the road.
You could still probably watch Pamela and Tommy Lee's sex tape.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit goes nowhere.
Nowhere. Once it's out on digital, somebody has it and they will remaster it and they will do whatever they have to do to be able to bring it up whenever. Now Tommy goes to win this award for being a humanitarian of the year and somebody says, yeah, but look what you was doing to Pamela Anderson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Pat and Remy lose because their kids lose.
Yeah.
They are both wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
There's no right, no right answer in this situation.
It's the dump, but you know what it is? The only thing, and we can get off of this after this. I just want to get to the bottom of why. Pause. But like honestly, like why? Because you start thinking about who. There had to be a part of this that was set off at a particular point to say, okay, why the fuck is this a beef thing? Pause. If you knew for a fact that I'm not fucking with you no more, you not fucking with me no more, whether y'all came to an arrangement or not, you got a new nigga, I got a new chick. What the fuck happened?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. So, no pun intended. What it came down to is this. Remy got tired of shots being taken at her.
By who? Clarissa?
No. In general, by the public.
Oh.
She got tired of looking like the bad guy in the public eye.
Okay.
Because everybody was seeing this whole thing with her and Easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, because Easy didn't take the man route, and he kept making these little comments, and she never said Easy is just playing with y'all.
Yeah.
He's bullshit. And we kept seeing her and Easy at places. It fed into the narrative about her and Easy being together. So everybody sees Pap is this guy who held this woman down while she was in jail.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here and she's sitting here with his, Value City rapper clone. And she looks bad. But she's a business owner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So her reputation matters now. Because it's not like she has the amount of money to where she could just be like, hey, anybody's going to want to come rap in my league because I got the money.
Yeah.
The other leagues still have more prestige than her.
But
the other league owners have more money than her. So now her reputation matters. And she's always been a prideful person.
But she's playing a game that she can't win.
But that's the problem. When you have ego, when you have pride, you don't see
know that you're playing the game.
Here it is. So she just got tired of the shots. She got tired of the shots from other rappers.
Yeah.
She got tired of hearing things on the blogs. She got tired of reaching out to somebody for a contract who, before all this stuff came out, would have been happy to sign it. And now they like, yeah, no, I'm cool.
That's wild. Prayers to everybody involved. Prayers to everybody involved in that and whatnot, because that took that to a whole nother level. I wasn't even thinking about it in that way, but that's a deep jump right there. Pause. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. This topic or whatnot.
Say podcast link Philly on Instagram.
There you go.
PS3 Network.
I like
on demand.
The mid thought commercial and shit. So look, is there a pecking order in how respect is given in a relationship? And I mean,
break that one down.
Let's talk about. All right, so we're talking about the only relationships that we can identify with, the man and woman relationship. Is there a pecking order into which that the way that respect is given?
I would say no, because it's an individual situation.
Okay.
Some people command respect when you meet them.
Okay.
Some people don't. Some people, when you meet them, you like, all right, I know I got to go at her a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, you look at her and go, oh, she's sweet for it. I can come at her this way. Like, so that's kind of on a case-by-case situation in this relationship by relationship. Because the relationship that you might be cultivating with this individual may not be one where you feel like I got to have too much respect for her or him.
Okay.
So it's kind of a, this person is going to tell me if there needs to be respect here. When you was a kid, and y'all walked past Miss So-and-so's house, you knew ain't nobody cursing, nobody
Right.
sitting on her step, and we gonna hold this door open and help her with these bags.
Right.
Then we knew the niggas across the street.
Yeah.
We always cursing. We always on your step, and we gonna sit on your fucking car. So
I'm glad that you said something like that. And now I'm gonna let you go. So in that, because you might be able to identify and kind of see what I'm saying about this. Are there things, and let's just take it to the rawest form of it and whatnot, the man and woman relationship, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband and wife. Who is there things, and let's just do this. Is there things that the woman can say to the man that the man can't say to the woman?
I mean, like what? Like, cause
All right, so what
that
like
cost me. Give me an example of something there.
your woman ever asked you, "Do I look fat in this?"
No,
Yeah.
Okay. You ever asked your woman, "Do you look fat in this?"
No.
All right, so there we go. So that's a question of the board.
all right. That's why I said.
All right,
give me an
yeah. So
example.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Because,
All right,
like,
so these specific things, the reason why I bring things like that up is
I don't think you've ever asked your girl like, so how I look in this.
Oh shit.
No, I've asked how I look,
Definitely how I
but
look.
not do I look fat in it?
I don't think I've ever.
Because that's a
asked.
totally different vibe.
No.
Yeah.
Copy it is because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you put something on, you be like, damn, this joint is a little.
It's like, is this tight? Like,
I'ma
is this
just-
tight
yeah.
on me? Whatnot right now?
Either when you put the
Or
shirt
do the
over-
colors really hit?
when
Yeah.
So
you
that's why I'm
put-
asking how I look at it.
When you put this shit over your head for the guy and the girl, we both know
Yeah.
if this motherfucker is tight.
Oh
And
yeah.
now we're looking in the mirror going, can I get away with this one for the night?
Because it's certain shit.
Because if he looks at me and he goes, nope,
Right.
or some niggas will just lie to you.
Listen.
See, I'm not into lying to you. So I'm going to just tell you like, yeah, that's not even.
Being a big nigga or whatnot, even with the shit that be snug, you gotta remember that you gotta wear the shit all night. So
Right.
you guys
Can
even
I
when
get away with this motherfucker?
even when you sit down, even when you lean in and all that other shit.
Is this a
Yeah,
3-hour
right,
event or is this a 6-hour
exactly.
event? Like I said,
Exactly.
Can I get
Yeah.
away with this
I
joint?
had a red
tonight?
sweatsuit on my last birthday. That was a little iffy about. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, I
Hey,
said, this shit-
Kool-Aid!
I said,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We have red sweatsuits at custom.
No. So the shit was, and it was fly, but it wasn't fly enough to get all the way away with. It was like, you know how when
Drop
you,
them car
when
keys,
you
hold back.
Yo, my God.
Chill, bro.
Yo, you get in the car and what that motherfucker raise up like a blind flip and shit like a shut. But like, what the fuck? Yo, you gotta be careful about how you move with the move. And I'm going to the
Alright.
bar.
Gotta ask her, is this a 2-hour event or is this a 6-hour?
So that's when you have to split it in half. That's when you learn to cut your losses and
Should I
split your
leave my
outfit in
coat-
half.
Should I leave the jacket open?
No,
today?
Nick. No, you know what I did?
Jacket off.
That night, I lived with the sweatshirt. The sweatpants couldn't make it that night. And then later on, I repurposed the sweatpants. You know what I'm saying?
There
This
you
is
go.
a different thing in life that you have to do.
What's up?
But the reason why I bring that up, it wasn't because it lends itself to saying, yo, are men subjected to have more respect for their woman than their woman has for them?
If you allow it to be that way.
No, let's take it off of just a generalization.
Nah,
Go devil in the details. Remember, be specific about it.
So, I see where you're going. I
Right.
see where you're going.
Right.
I see where you're going there.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I will say, in general, yes, we're expected to have more. You know what? I won't even necessarily say it's respect, but we're expected to handle women in a way that they're not expected to handle us.
There we go.
We're expected to be more delicate with them in our approach to them,
Okay,
then they have to be with us.
I agree with that.
Shouldn't it be that way though?
Why?
Only when necessary, right? Because something as simple as you not on your job, you fucking up here, should be able to be said to either one if you're fucking up that bad. You know what I'm saying? But we're not expected to say that to women. We're expected to try to find some nice way to tell your girlfriend or wife she is fucking up at the position.
So for instance, when your woman come home for brunch, no, wait. When your woman come home for brunch and she had bottomless mimosas and she wants some dick, and she's unruly and out of pocket, it's cute and endearing, and more than likely you'll give her some. You come home from a night of being out, and you drunk and hammered, and you want some pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's cute and endearing for one time. Then after a while, it's like, nigga, nah, you doing too much. Because you're looked at differently because you're the man. Now, think about it like this. A man getting bombed and blitzed, he still got to be functional enough to make it back to the crib because nobody wants to pick your big ass up all the time.
Facts.
Your woman can go out with you and get shit-faced.
And somebody will make sure she gets
And somebody make sure she gets to where she needs to be. My thing is that the thought process into that, sometimes you be like, you know what, I'm not going to get annihilated because it's just me and her out here. That's your respect for the situation that you're in. On the other hand, if she had a long week and it's tough on her, she like, fuck what this nigga talking about. I had a tough week and I'm getting shit-faced. So that's what I mean by the tit-for-tat situation doesn't work in the favor of the man. So is it we have to respect them more in that situation?
So I think that's just more so I always tell people I'm all for gender roles. As the man, it's your job to make sure we get home. It's not her job to make sure that we get home.
That's
wild.
wow.
Like, it's not her job to make sure like that we dragged in. It's like it's my job to make sure like I'm one of those people who like if we came together, we gotta leave together.
Okay.
I'm always walk in last.
Right.
I'm always get in the car last because I'm looking to make sure that everything is cool.
Yeah.
My wife can't play this position. She can't be the one looking around to make sure that we're good. I gotta make sure that we're good.
Now let me ask you a question because there's two different sides to that and I understand exactly where you're going. Can she not be the one on guard for it, or can she not be the one that can physically oppose the threat? See, that's the difference.
No, she can't be in that position to physically oppose the threat.
Right. So, but that's different than being on guard for the threat.
She can't be on guard for the threat.
Why?
Because that ain't her position. That's mine.
This is the problem that I think that happens a lot of time, and that's what I mean by the respect factor, because we're kind of missing that in a lot of relationships because
because we ain't talking about that shit.
But the problem is that women become oblivious to certain things. And then here's the thing, though.
Ain't no doubt. I hear it's rough out there in them streets.
But wait, I'm coming around to a point, though. I always tell men that we need to because we have a lot of grace for it, but we also have to have a lot more consideration that women are these strong people that can be alive without us. Because this is the reason why I mention that is this. When something's going on, like when a nigga's talking about we utilize and talk about women even to this day as property, as it always has been, because we'll say like somebody try to take your chick, and might go take my bitch. If you take my bitch, you can have my bitch. No woman is ever talking about that like that about her man.
Yes, she do.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Or
obviously never talked about wife about this.
Wait. If she is, she's not talking about it to the point where is that she's taking your man and keeping him. Your man might stray. You're not talking about the woman taking. You talk about your man being unfaithful and straying and coming back home like a dog. That's why they call us dogs.
Bro. Did you forget there was little songs? I'll take your man. There's literal songs.
Yeah, chicks is
he's mine. You might have had him once, but I got him all the time. But they very much do talk about us like property as well.
But wait a minute.
But that's what I'm saying.
You asking my man to do that for you?
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the reason why
This is why I always say I
the
own
woman
her
that's
ass,
talking
she
is
owns
always
mine.
the main woman. It's not the side chick that's saying she wants
yes,
to.
they do.
The side
That's
chicks are
the
disillusioned, but they
problems.
still learn that lesson to this day. They're disillusioned.
You just said side chick. The side chick has no ownership.
That's the point.
That's true too.
That's kind of the point.
You have
That's
to.
true,
You have
too.
to also. This goes again. We tie in. This is how these things work. Ties back to the first show. My cousin said this shit.
Right.
Chicks don't never be really knowing what position you are.
Yeah.
You might think you're something, but that's not the spot that you have. If you're the side chick, you have no ownership.
So you
If
haven't-
you're the side nigga, you have no ownership to this situation.
Right.
You're just here for a good time.
You ever used the term that I trust you, I just don't trust them or the situation?
Not with my wife.
I've only said that about one of her friends,
See,
and
so-
it was a female friend at that.
all right, well, that's different. So,
Right,
but
that's
in
what I'm
in
saying.
the male situation, so you know how many times that I've heard that I've never used that because my pride won't allow me to. But my thing is that, like, I'm dead ass serious. I'm just not. This is not me. But here's the thing.
What you
I've
mean?
heard-
What your
my
pride
pride will not allow me to say to my woman that's supposed to be for me, don't do this because I don't trust the situation when it comes to other men being involved.
Oh no, she shouldn't be your woman if you.
And that's kind of, but
mean, I-
95% of the niggas outside,
I'd be
I understand
we
exactly
amongst
what
the
you're saying,
right.
though.
We did not see. This is
I
my
understand
thing.
what you're saying because dudes do say that.
Because you know
normal
why?
is fucked these days. So
But
yeah,
but
I got
but you know why?
But even
nigga?
back in the day, dudes used to say, to a girl, no, I don't want you going out there. No, I trust my girl. I just don't
because
trust
I know,
them dudes.
but I know.
But there's
how
there's validity in that though, to a certain degree, depending on what they talking
But that's
about.
also saying
Depending
that
on what they
some of
talking
them
about.
situations though is I know how I got you. So I know
That's
what
a
your,
different
I know how I got you.
situation.
I know
Yeah,
how
that's a
I know
different
how your
situation.
squad get down.
That's a different type of
I
thing.
ain't got. This is one of them things that I ain't got shit
Because
to
for
do
real,
with.
I don't trust you in that case.
exactly.
That's
That's
what
what
that
I'm
means.
saying.
That's a
I don't
totally
want to
different beat.
renege.
Yeah, but you. Why would you trust her if you
Yeah,
if she
you
has somebody
shouldn't.
when you got her? Why the fuck would you trust her?
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is
But if it's your
situations.
lady now, that's a little wild.
Right. So I'm thinking the only time I feel like there's validity in that
Yeah.
is when we talking about safety, right? That's when I feel like that's a valid statement. I trust you. I'm not worried about you leaving with no other nigga. I know you coming back home. I'm not worried about you up on the wall getting grinded on with one leg up at this party. That's not
Okay.
who you are.
Okay.
I'm worried about the venue. I know how niggas get down in this venue. I'm worried about you making it back home.
Okay. I understand.
You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
that's a
I'm
totally
worried that I
different-
might have to come down there because when you tell somebody, no, I got a man, he's not hearing that.
All right, so Copy, I think we having two different conversations there because you that's a safety security situation.
That's
Yeah,
why I said that's the only time where that has a
That's the-
validity
I
in the
don't
statement.
trust the location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to take it back to the original
'Cause
portion
if
of the
we talking
conversation.
like we talking fuck the location, you
Right.
going out with your girlfriends.
yeah.
I ain't never.
But some people feel that way about men in general. There's men who feel that way about men in general.
Exactly.
Because they're
know
that
what you-
type of
right,
they
right.
used to be that type of guy,
Yeah.
or they are that type of guy.
And also, you know what type chick you got.
But see, that's
Right.
boom. There you go. So let's keep it 1,000, and that's another thing. A lot of niggas have been hiding banshees under their bed. These women that they fucking sleeping with are monsters. I've
Banshees
seen them.
is crazy.
I've seen them in action. I've seen them away from their husbands. I've seen them away from their boyfriends. These bitches is out of pocket, and they out here. And I swear to you, they love that nigga, but they'll suck another dick. And here's the thing. And the problem.
Yeah, I remember a chick told my man, I can't let you hit, but she can gun him.
Dog, here
That's a
ain't
thing.
that a wild John?
That is crazy, ain't
Dog, listen.
Yeah.
So this is the craziest shit in the world, right? So this is the thing that bothers me in this situation the most, and this is the reason why I make the different comparison when we start talking about men and women when it comes to this thing, the property portion of it and whatnot. Men do not believe that, and this is fair as day, and that's one of the reasons why they feel like men need to be the leaders. We feel like in every facet, in one way, shape, or another, that women do not have 100% of the circle closed enough to be a leader or an independent thinker on her own, even in her own fucking relationship. They feel as if that there's a crack or a crevice in something. Something is not to be trusted about what you do, where you go, who you're with, what you're around, because you could either be duped, tricked, or attacked without me.
Nah, 'cause
And
I mean, you got some dudes though who ain't the strong. He ain't the leader.
Well, all
type.
right, then your girl can be
You know
attacked then. So think about if you the strong type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like-
you,
but that's what I'm saying.
you
Think about
got,
that, though.
some niggas who like he needs the more aggressive chick. He needs her to be the one to go downstairs when somebody kicking the door. My wife is
Pat clearly needs the
Yeah,
girls
Pat,
to go
yo, bitch, that nigga got a
downstairs.
type, don't he?
God damn, that's
You
crazy.
either gonna beat a nigga up or shoot a nigga.
Like-
Something's gonna happen.
Somebody-
But I need you to
if
be
we
that
hear
chick.
That the fucking back door is getting kicked in. My wife is never taking the steps with the joint.
Mine either.
Never.
But you have some niggas who be like, all right, I'm gonna stay with Junior and you go ahead and handle that, baby.
Yep.
You got niggas like that.
Right.
Yep.
So that's
All right.
why I'm like, in these situations, you can't generalize them because you got some niggas who ain't got that in them.
But it's just niggas.
They wasn't raised with that. They
it's-
never seen that. You got some chicks who only seen somebody kicked in the back door and I gotta protect me and my kids.
But I think that
Right.
goes back to your part about gender roles, right?
Right.
Because we are in a time where gender roles are the most disrespected. They're the least appreciated.
Yeah.
Yet people hold on to them in a very picky and choosy fashion.
No, man, don't say a bunch of words around it. These bitches taking it too far.
No.
They
I
take it too
meant
far.
exactly what I said.
I agree with
I
that.
mean
People-
exactly what I'm
people
saying.
pick and choose
They're
what-
picking
what
and
works.
choosing. Yes.
Yes.
You mean I got to be the person who goes down the stairs when it's bump in the night to check because you heard something,
Yeah.
but I'm not the person who gets to make the decision?
Now, full circle, isn't that an ultimate form of disrespect?
It's absolute and
All
direct
right, and that's
disrespect.
kind of my fucking point. That
What
was
you
my
mean
point
is
from the
it the
beginning.
ultimate form of disrespect?
Because at the end of the day, if you know better, you do better. But if you choose not to do better because you feel as if that I'm the better one for that situation,
But
you are opposing what
some
I'm
people don't
good
know
as-
better.
Bull.
Some people don't know better.
Some people don't know. You know who don't know better? You know what I'm saying? Little children. Children and young adults don't know no fucking better.
So this is why
I gotta disagree.
I-
There's
this is
adults
why-
who don't know better too.
I was about to say, this is why I always tell people that spoiling your kids makes bad adults.
There we go.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay? When a mom has spoiled her son to the
Yeah.
point where he ain't never folded his own fucking drawers,
Mm.
when he gets a girl and
Yeah.
she's not the but yeah, like you got motherfuckers though who you never saw somebody had this talking about somebody, I think this was on the Monday show on the GFT. It was like a woman who's never had a man,
Right.
who's never seen a provider. She doesn't know how to accept this provider.
Right.
She does not know what that looks like.
Right.
So when you come in with all these provider qualities and shit, she's like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The first time that you got a woman and you was like, so you not nurturing or nothing like that? Like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck you mean? You like, you heard somebody and she's already grabbing the joint. You like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Some people just don't know better. Some people
Okay, I
can't
see what you're
conform
saying.
to some shit that they've never seen.
No, you are absolutely
It's like
right.
all
Yes.
my aunts took care of their kids, and it was never no uncles.
Yeah.
Or it was
Yup.
that one uncle, and it was like Uncle such and such wasn't really over here like that. So I don't know what that looked like or how that feel.
Yeah.
Yup.
Same situation for dudes. Like if you was in that situation where there wasn't no male figure to show you how to do all of this shit.
Mm.
You like, what you mean you don't know the difference between a Phillips head and a flathead?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
I
never
do.
had to
Okay.
do
right.
shit
I know.
like
I
that.
do agree with that. I do
So,
agree with that.
You can't penalize the motherfucker who doesn't even know that they're not equipped for this.
But here's the problem though.
But that's why you have to have these conversations and understand who the fuck are you getting in a relationship with.
Cool.
There you go.
But here's the problem though. Whatnot. The qualifications. What I said before.
Everybody ain't qualified for these jobs.
But here's the thing: the devil is in the details or whatnot. If your objective, if you get a driver's license, you know how to drive or whatnot. It doesn't mean that you could drive a car at the Indianapolis 500.
Right.
Here's the issue: relationships with other people take a certain type of skill set that involves other people.
Absolutely.
So when a woman gets into a relationship, she's not worried about being a good lady or wife to that man. She's worried about being a good woman. That's the problem. So
That's
she's
a
not.
problem
So,
then.
but here's the issue.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons why white women and Spanish women and Asian women are winning when it comes to black men. Because they move accordingly in the situation. Like the reason why everybody is on Travis Hunter's girlfriend's ass is because they're looking at it as if that they're judging her and saying, yo, you are fucking up. And your kind don't normally drop this type of bag. When the white girls or the Spanish girls get into the ear of the guy, of the superstar athlete that's about to be worth a boatload of money, she got her shit together because she is look at all the basketball players that ended up marrying white girls. They're like, well, goddamn, they just gave up on more black women. No, they didn't. You know what it is? And I told this to my young bulls that shout out to all my young bulls is about to graduate college. Some of them about to go to the league and all that. And I said, this is my son. You know what I mean? When I was coaching them, when y'all get to college, the reason why these white girls come at you because they come at you in a particular type of way, and they come at you as these women that are ready to be your partner. So when they come through, they'll fuck you and suck you just like the black girls will and whatnot, but they have their tolerance level is they want to get to know you emotionally. So therefore they're looking deeper. They have
They have a game plan.
They have a game plan. But it's not even, you know what the crazy thing about it is?
If you give
It's
her
not-
the
it's-
answers to the test, then you can't be surprised that she fucking passed.
There you go. They have a game plan.
But who's giving the answers? What do you mean?
Their
Like you-
family, the
You're
older
the
people in
family.
their
There you
family
go.
is
Yup, there
giving
you
them a
go.
game
Yeah, okay,
plan.
right.
So like you saying where she's diving into deeper, because like you said, they both gonna fuck you and suck you, but she's
Yeah.
diving into who you are and what do you need.
Yeah.
And when you're telling her, well, I like pancakes on Monday,
Yeah.
I like French toast on Tuesday, and then
Right.
she comes the fuck in with a box of Krusties,
Yeah.
you can't be like, oh my God, she's the perfect woman. You just told her what the fuck you wanted. This
Exactly.
is all about, again, communication. Did you listen? Did we talk about this shit? Did I tell you that I like pancakes? Did I tell you I've never had French toast and don't know what the fuck it look like?
Dog,
More to the point, it's what Hympe was saying earlier
yeah.
in terms of, like he said, you can't hold people responsible for what they never seen, never experienced, and don't know.
Or-
So you have people who don't know this shit.
Right.
And then you have people who got the game early.
Yeah.
You don't even know I'm supposed to be paying attention when she's talking and telling me, she giving me the clues.
Or what about
you
what
feel
about
me?
what about when she got the game and you're telling her the game and whatnot? That's just not the way that she's used to reacting to that situation. I'm gonna give you a prime example or whatnot, right? I've been married for 18 years, been with my wife for 22 years or whatnot.
Let's not gloss over that one now.
Well, yeah.
Right,
Shout out to that.
Clap that
Shout
up.
out to that.
You know what I mean? Listen. But
And it's a big one.
when I said that I wanted a PlayStation 4, it took 3 Christmases for me to get that PlayStation 4. Why? And I'm gonna tell you exactly the
So you
reason
gotta
why.
tell us.
I'm gonna tell you exactly the reason why. These specific things come into play because I think that conforming or understanding exactly what your man wants and taking heed to that and reacting on it, for some reason in our community shows too much obedience. It doesn't show enough stability or independence for them to say, I know what you need and want on my own rather than you telling me. See, when you give somebody the answer to the question, answer the fucking test, and then you pass it. Not, I don't think that this is the answer because of this, because my thought process is a little bit different. That's what our community does a
But
whole
again,
lot.
It's
because-
how you brought up. It's how you're brought up, and it's the
Exactly.
environment you're around, right? Until you take the time to unlearn these things,
Yeah.
that's how you behave, male or female.
Right.
So, like we said, you have the women from these other cultures. You are raised to be wives in a particular fashion. You're raised to
Wow.
be a girlfriend on the way to be a wife.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you've seen
You have
your
a goal
mom,
and an
your
objective.
sister, whoever. You got the game plan early because you're watching them ball.
Right.
You're watching them go off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas in this other situation, you're watching dysfunction become typical. You're watching absence of men in the home. So how on the earth are these women who didn't have a man in the home gonna see how their mom treats men? They're gonna have to take it by word of mouth. They're gonna have to observe in them
About some
small
shit they
pockets
seen
when
on
she brings
TV.
those dates through.
Yeah.
And she's going to have to observe from every negative and incorrect source that's not giving her the entire information that she needs.
So how does she find the respect that is acquired or needed
She has
in
to
order to even hold on to this
You
nigga?
got to realize
That's why
that
most times she's not.
you have to realize
Holy
that there's a
shit.
hole in your game and that something was missing from when the fuck you came up.
Yeah.
Regardless to how you was brought up, any of
Yep.
us and our wives, you were brought up one way, your wife was brought up another way.
Yep.
Fuck what y'all did in your house, fuck what they did in her house. We are now together and we are trying to figure out, especially once we already got the fuck together. Once we
Yeah.
decided to be together, we've decided that the person that I am is going to conform to the person that you are.
Yep.
We are going to become these conglomerations.
Yeah.
And if we're not looking to be these conglomerations, then we don't need to get the fuck married. Everybody is not built for these situations. Everybody cannot get hired at this job.
Mhm.
All right?
But
we can
that's-
interview any fucking body.
Yeah, no,
Right.
You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? We can take applications all day long. How
Mhm.
many times you been on an interview when they say, yeah, we took 5,000 applications, we hiring 6 niggas?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
So-
yeah.
You got to realize, like, all right, maybe there was something wrong. You can't always look at shit from a defensive point of view.
But
which is
see,
what
that's
we
it
do.
now. No, exactly. So now
When-
we're delving into the exact
Hold up.
problem. Go ahead.
When you look at shit always on a defensive point of view, then you
Right.
never listening. You just reacting.
Right.
And when you're in these relationships or cultivating these relationships or trying to see, is she the one that I could want to conform and do all of this shit for? You got to be listening to what the fuck she's saying.
Yeah.
She got to be listening to what the fuck you're saying. You got to be asking the right kind of fucking questions. Because just because that 22, like, yo, she was thick as shit and all of that.
Right.
Does she know how to do long division? Because in 6 years when she's doing homework with your fucking son, does she know what she's talking about?
But see, that's the biggest. So what you saying is that
if you married the girl next door,
right,
then you can't be expecting the freak from down the street. Like, you have to understand.
Well, it depends on how close the doors are.
I mean, but you gotta understand. You gotta understand
I
what
see
you're
what you say.
getting.
Yeah.
And you also got to understand what that person is willing to do.
No, but that's why.
Because that's when it comes to the unlearning.
But see, you can have that person who's just like,
because she could be from next door and she wasn't a freak, but she's willing.
But I'm quite sure you know a motherfucker who is like, no matter what I say or how I deliver this message to you, you ain't.
You're not gonna get it.
See, and that's kind of my point. Right, that's my thing. That's the black man's biggest plight.
This message to you, I know that you're listening because you know that this is coming from a place of love, or you know that I'm just flat out telling you this is what the fuck I like. Maybe you don't like it, like you said. She was eating this situation. Maybe she don't like doing that shit, but she know that that's what he like, and on all right, a couple of times I'm gonna be willing to go there with you.
Yep,
that's the big. But
if you don't have I'm looking to conform a little bit to what you like and to what I like, and what the fuck are you doing together?
But see, my thing is that that is
like light skin Jones, but
that is
talking this dark skin bitch.
But that's part of the black man's biggest plight or whatnot is the fact that they feel like black women don't listen. That's like, so when you saying it, I don't give a fuck how long somebody has been together, and trust me, you talk to somebody from experience or whatnot. You say you're not going to be agreeable with everything.
Of course not.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue though. Stubbornness and bullheadedness and whatnot is something that pride never goes away. You have to find your way around things. And you know what actually is the cure for that? Bad experiences. It fucking sucks, but that's exactly what it is.
What you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the strong person that you met is always going to be the strong person. She might be able to conform to a situation that involves you, that she might be able to deal with you as far as that goes or whatnot. But if y'all was not together anymore, she would try that shit with a new person. She had to start all over again, and she would revert right back to the way she was before. And that goes for a lot of people. My thing is that when
if you did some new shit and it didn't work, it was like I was right all along.
Exactly.
But
So
again,
right.
What is that? What's the common trait here? It's pride.
It's pride. It's pride.
Don't work in relationships. Pride
Swear
fucks
to God
up
it
relationship. Pride will fuck up our relationship.
Right.
If you
Every single
If I
relationship.
got too much pride to say,
Yeah.
man, I don't know how to edit this shit, and Keith know it.
Right,
So
right.
I ain't gonna go to the nigga because I can't be asking a nigga nothing like that. If your girl is like, yo, I don't know how to make whatever this is that your mom made that you really love.
Yeah.
But too much pride to ask you has us 25 years later, and I'm like, I still got.
But here's the problem. It's not even. It is not. Remember what I said. Now this is the only part. The devil's not in the details. The problem is that the thing that the black woman was lacking, that the white woman I was saying was beating them at and whatnot, they will never. When you don't recognize what your deficiency is, you don't have no understanding. You can go your entire life and not understand why you can't find the person that's for you. You can say, I've done everything correct for myself, but when you do not have a fucking clue on how to be in tune with a man, you are totally missing the fucking mark.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
So at the end of the day, like
the key to what you just said was I did all the work for me. You can't be in a relationship with a bunch of I'm doing for me.
But
we gotta be doing for us.
But these women don't even get a chance to be in a relationship for long enough to even understand what they're doing wrong or right. When the shit don't go their way, they're gone. So that's another thing that we really, really got to tune in on and whatnot. That's the reason why I say all the time is that that you're right. There's certain things that I conform to and I follow. I was like, listen, you don't walk on the side of the street. I gotta be aware of it and whatnot. Yeah, if we sleep at night, I'm the one that's
until I was like 20.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But no, I'm saying, but it's important. So I'm saying to myself, that's what's been instilled in me. So all right, sis, how about you let me know what was instilled in you? Now here's the problem: a lot of women don't have that. They don't have that consideration of what was instilled for them towards a man. They just know what they had to do to be alone.
Because maybe nothing was instilled in them.
There it is.
And that's the point. Because nobody was instilled that. So how can that person ever be good for anybody?
Because they have to be willing to unlearn. That's what it is. Like you said, you have to realize that it's not working out for you. You have to get to the point where you realize it doesn't work for you. Matter of fact, case in point. I posted a joint on TikTok earlier today.
Yeah.
Where it was a clip
Where
of.
they find you on TikTok now?
Well, this is Coach Nari. This is my new little TikTok that I'm doing personally for myself. So
Copy that. I just received
shout
the follow.
out.
I just received the follow earlier. That's why I wanted.
But also,
to
Life Be Lifing is on TikTok. I
Oh,
brought
is it?
that back. So
TikTok. Yeah.
Life
well,
Be
as long-
Lifing Pod. Life.lifing.pod on TikTok.
Keep
And I am
your
Hympe
fingers
ST23
crossed.
on
Keep your fingers
TikTok.
crossed for as long as that lasts too. Because
Yeah, it is what it is.
yeah, I'm getting a little upset that TikTok might be going away, and I'm not a huge fan of it not being around. That's not.
Too many niggas making too much money on there. That's why they trying to get rid of it. Go ahead.
No,
man. Trying to make your
honestly,
point.
they are
D.
really like.
That's what it has to
We
be.
want your ass back. We want your ass back at the office, nigga.
Yeah, so
There you go.
they
Making
dishing out
content.
dollars on TikTok. That
sure,
shit is
for sure.
He's
crazy.
paying you to brush your fucking hair. Get your ass back.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Go
are.
ahead. Now you was trying to make a point. Though.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
So in the clip, in the videos, I'm showing this girl who wanted to learn how to become a better shooter.
Right.
She could shoot the ball a little bit, but she wanted to become better because she's terrible in clutch time and she's terrible late in quarters. So I told her that you have to find a shot that's sustainable.
Mhm.
You have to find the same thing that you could repeat time after time after time that works for you.
Right.
Because she would be like, I don't like bending my knees. I like just going straight up. And it's like, okay, cool. The thing is, you don't realize you're tired by the end of the game. Even if your whole body doesn't feel tired, you're going straight up every time, and you're taking the energy away. So if you bend your knees, you can use your arms more, so forth and so on. She wasn't trying to hear it, so I had to let her miss going her way. The first time she shot it, she said, "See, it went in." I said, "Yeah, of course. You're not terrible." So it's
Right.
going to work for you in your favor at times.
Right.
But
That
it's
makes
not.
sense.
It's sustainable. She shot it again and made it. I said, cool. Now shoot it again. We're going to do best out of 5. She missed the next 3. Then we went again. She shot it her way again. I said, now try it this way this time. And you literally see nothing but net.
Right.
And that's really what it comes down to. You have to for that person to change, they have to see enough failure doing it their way to want to get help for success. No matter what it is, whether it's business, whether it's sports, whether it's relationship, you have to see that your way doesn't work enough to be willing to seek out another way. That's how that person is going to finally be good enough to be in a relationship with somebody else. Everything I did, like you said, I did everything for myself, and I'm still not a good partner. And you have to see that it is you who's the problem. You have to be able to be willing, first of all, to check your background.
Right.
And realize that you're the problem. You're the common denominator. The sole common denominator.
You got to be the most honest you got to be is with the nigga in the mirror.
Exactly.
The problem can't always be everybody, and you the only common denominator.
No, that's very true.
With the shooting situation, you also got to realize if you get the right point guard that gives you the right pass, who can set you up for this shit every time. Clay got set up for his shot the right way every time. Clay ain't never had to put the ball on the floor because he was over here with Draymond, who was setting him right the fuck up.
But I can't even give the point guard credit because you look at somebody like Trae Young. You look at somebody like Ray Allen. Ray Allen didn't really depend on point guards. It assisted him, but it didn't necessarily depend on it. It actually elevated him a bit, right? So you had
tough Ray Allen with handle and his hops.
We talking that Ray Allen. Yeah,
because he didn't need nobody to set him up.
Right.
Once he got to Boston and I got away with a couple other niggas, it got easier to just come off screens.
Of course. So you know what I'm saying.
But that's
somebody
also
like
understanding that I needed to conform to the system because this is what the situation is now.
Right, but I know. But that Ray Allen also knew what was best for him by that time.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody who was already off to a good start.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
Right. So it's not even just waiting to trust a point guard. It's about mechanics.
Yeah.
Repeated mechanics or reps for short. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you've done the same thing again and again and again and again. And we always know doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results is insanity.
That's very true. Now that's
right. So if you keep
true.
picking these same guys, if you keep dating the same way, if you keep going these same routes, and you never work out in love, then you need to realize, oh my God, I'm insane. It's me. And when that person has that epiphany, then they're going to start looking into things like therapy. Then they're going to start looking into things like old heads and old married people to start talking to.
That's a hell of
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a hell of an epiphany to
And
have.
if you always go at shit the same way and you always attract the same type of fucking person, then you always gonna get the same fucking result.
Always. But the problem is, like with the young girl, now I remember her name. With the young girl Kayla, is people get fooled because sometimes it looks like it works.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
You don't
a lot of shit
usually
on the
lose.
surface can look good.
You don't usually crap out immediately every time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like every single relationship only lasted 3 months. Sometimes they've been in relationships that lasted 4 years.
Yeah, you can be 6 years, you can be 12 years. Yeah.
Right. So they think that something is right. They think that they're doing things right, and then they'll blame the other person because I've managed to keep this relationship going for this many years. When the truth is, you were always wrong. It's just that over time, things came to its natural conclusion because you were doing things wrong.
I do. Yeah.
Same thing with Kayla.
Yeah.
She's made shots. She's hit game winners. But she's also missed a bunch of shots late in the game because her mechanics was wrong and they failed her when it mattered the most.
Yeah. You know what? It makes all the sense in the world or whatnot, but my thought process when I go into all of this is not only influence of what's trendy, also the fact that it's sometimes it can be an instinctful thing. So
Yes,
if that
instinctive, yes.
So right, so if your instinctive thing has always been to lean into what it is, and when I start talking about women, the first thing I'm going to do is to say that leaning in with your vagina. You know what I'm saying?
That's way to lean, ladies.
Like they go to like no, I'm
You
just
know me.
but I mean
You're not strong.
but if you know what
I'll
works,
help you care.
that's what works or whatnot. So automatically they're looking at it before you even get to know a nigga or before you even let a nigga get to know who you are, understand what your flaws are. That's dog. Here's the thing. The mistakes are made and the confirmation happen. Why do you think that hoes get wifed? Chick put a joint on the on the rails and said, "A hoe's final form is a religious
It's a religious woman. I saw it.
dog. It's the greatest fucking dog. Yes.
Also, too, for the nigga ain't never had this type shit. He didn't know this exists. This bitch can blow out a candle too.
Yeah, exactly.
I never seen this before. I can't let nobody else get this.
Oh,
That's what happens when you.
you know how many conformed hoes I know?
Hey, man.
Dog, somebody is living a dream. Cause she probably done had a football team or two in her past or whatnot, but she knows how to make one nigga. What do you mean? I've juggled 50 niggas in one time. I know how to make one nigga feel like the greatest nigga in the world.
There you go.
And that's crazy.
But she also learned how to play the other parts of the game.
You know what it
It's
is?
hard dating outside your neighborhood.
But but you know what's crazy though? I think
That
that's
bitch from North. I don't know.
I think that was crazy. We're gonna move on to the next thing, that we can close out a little bit after this or whatnot. Dog, I think that's the issue. The issue is that's where the roadblock lies. Is that we don't want hoes, girls don't want to be hoes. But we also, I think the answer is hoes. That if they hold it up and then conformed it, brought it back as the change.
Backsliding.
Change, but I'm not saying that, yeah, like right, exactly. If they grew into these new people, that's why they relocate and just go elsewhere and become the greatest woman in the world because they was a hoe elsewhere. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe hoism is what we missing.
Well, you can't say that because if they truly hoeing, then they still not the girl you want.
Some people want. That's what some people want.
I'm talking about former hoes. Former hoes.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta retire. They gotta retire.
No, you don't gotta understand. Some niggas is cool with that.
Bro,
some dudes definitely love them some hoes.
Are both of y'all Muslim? You Muslim too?
No.
All right. You Muslim, right?
Absolutely, my whole life.
All right. So your objective though. So like if you wasn't married, I don't know if this was in the Quran, if it was saying if you was married or not, but if you passed, you get to heaven and you get 70 virgins.
It's not 70s. You have lustrous-eyed maidens.
Okay.
Call it.
Okay, so
lustrous-eyed maidens.
So is that a virgin?
You know what I'm saying? You get up under, you get this God, what is the tree called? I don't want to give it a name because I can't remember the exact name.
Okay.
You get the very big tree. It's a fruit brought near.
Uh-huh.
You have a drink that is sweet. It's a wine-like type of thing.
Okay.
And you have your lustrous-eyed maidens. I don't know about 90 of them. I don't know what Viagra's in there. But yeah, lustrous-eyed maidens.
But they're supposed to be non-touched by any other man but you.
The beauty of these women are unlike anything you've ever seen on earth.
Okay. I'm just talking about the sexual experience.
Well, I never hit any of them, so I can't tell you that. You come meet me up under the tree, and then I can tell you, man, listen.
I am telling you.
Apparently,
I had a watermelon and a trolley from Tanya. Woo! I washed it down with some of this clear shit.
my point of saying is that if they were virgins and inexperienced, would you want? Not only would you want one, would you want that many of them?
Absolutely. I get a whole field to tell y'all how I like it, where I like it, and
Dog.
what?
No, you know how many virginities I've taken, and how many ouches
That
I've
doesn't sound- you
go
gotta-
slow.
You got to deliver that one a little different.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
doesn't
that
sound-
was
sound
wild,
like
bro.
Right,
2024.
nigga, know what you talking about?
He sound like
Goodness, no, that
sound like
I
a
mean,
savage.
it was.
Oh, I gotta run.
He sounded like a barbarian. Keith is Conan.
Oh my God, no! It was consensual.
You know how
kissing.
many? We not putting no cases on you.
I'm
We're
about
not
to
saying
say,
that.
God damn, it was consensual.
No, I ain't putting
Yeah.
no case on you,
I'm
brother.
just saying. Listen, in my day, you know what I'm saying?
Back long time ago.
Long time
I
ago,
think I wasn't even legal back then.
so long ago, I wasn't even legal then. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what it is. All right,
The flower.
so this real quick and whatnot. The flower is crazy. Some funny shit.
Ravager.
But I have deflowered, is a few in my day.
Collecting more V cards than Pokemon.
All right, so hold up.
Catch a ball.
Yo, that's crazy. Hold on, let me see this shit.
Said I am hype on Instagram and Twitter.
Hilarious.
Custom Muscle World.
I can resent all of these things about my partner. That's it.
And when you take it on
I agree with
finances,
that part. It was just what got me was when you're saying like you have to be mad at yourself for staying there through this time.
Or for not communicating at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
No,
say.
but
You
I
can't
said-
blame
I'm trying
the
to get to be an
person.
accountant. I want to make $90,000 a year. I got here.
that,
I'm
I'm cool. You
I told
can't
you
get
that from the
mad
jump.
if 10 years from now I'm still an accountant making $90,000 a year because I thought you would probably
you
want
never
more
thought-
in this
you
time
never
frame.
told somebody when you first met them what your pinnacle was. When you 23, you don't know what your pinnacle is going to be. You don't know what your ideal situation is going to be. How old are you?
37.
When you was 23, you thought you wanted to be on tour with Jay-Z.
Probably.
You get what I'm saying?
Probably,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
sure.
you can't say what your pinnacle is
No doubt.
in your 20s.
No doubt.
And the girl accepted that.
No doubt.
So now when you stop and you like, yo, I'm good. And she's still ascending and she's looking for trips now. She's in a place where she could take 3-4 trips a year. You not. I'm tight because I'm looking on Instagram and all my girlfriends and Barbara and Keisha and Tammy and them just came from St. Bart's and they went to Turks and then they went to Ireland and they went to Greece and I can't go, nigga, because you only get 7 days a week. 7 days a year for vacation
A year
time.
off.
Right.
You bought now.
You're impending on my life and the quality of my life. And I'm busting my ass out here to create a better life and you not meeting me halfway.
And it's
I'm
feeling like-
definitely resentful.
It's feeling like jail in
you
the
need to
house
leave.
now.
I know.
It's feeling like
But
jail
now we
in
got
the
kids.
crib.
No, but now we got kids. So the selfish thing to say is you need to leave,
Yo,
as
these-
opposed to
that-
I'm going to work
hey, but
better
wait,
than
that's
meet you.
immature.
Yeah.
So there was another portion of this, right? Let me see if this is the beginning part of this because the one part of this is important.
Uh-huh.
If you still making the same amount of money that you was making 10 years ago, I'm tight. If I'm the woman.
You're growing in other areas.
Uh-huh.
You're stagnant in the only one that matters to me.
Well, that's an issue.
Killed you.
But how would you
Let's get it. No, hold on. Now let's get it away from money. Because our thing was, hey,
There's no difference.
everything's the same. So now you are at a spiritual low in January. Your partner notices.
Uh-huh.
They spend all their time with you. They with you every day. Something's different. And she coming to try and talk to you. It don't go the greatest. You had a spiritual low. She identifies that. In the summertime, she still feels like you're in that low place. A year goes by, and this happens in relationships. If you don't do checking up on your partner, seeing what's going on, a year goes by, you still in this spiritual low place. There's been no growth there. You've been seeing success at your job. Your network is growing. Yeah.
So y'all get the point of what they talking about, right? You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I brought this up or whatnot is because this is like a second part of something that I was talking about even with KDL. But I wanted to get y'all, thoughts on this, and we can talk about it, and we can close out after this. Resentment in relationships, long-term relationships,
Gotta love it.
is a fucking thing. It might damn near be an epidemic, because I think that along with growth, everybody doesn't grow at the same clip. and everybody doesn't have the same exact goals. Now, here's the issue. You're absolutely right, because I know Hympe going to say this is something that you should have talked about beforehand, because I already know what you're thinking.
Well, no, you can't talk about that at 23, like you said.
And that's kind of the point. So what happens is that, so let's say that you're in a position now where you have 10, 15, 20 years in, and the point that you're in is different than your mates. Do you feel as if on either end that there is justifiable resentment?
So, for me, what I heard in the first clip that you played, was I remember Dame had an interview where he said somebody told him they had on something, and he said, "You still dress yourself?" Like, I don't dress myself. I don't put somebody picks my clothes out.
Okay.
So in my head, that sounded like the stupidest shit I'd ever heard. So you don't know what you like or what you want. You let somebody else dictate that towards you. Okay. What I heard from the woman in this scenario that they're talking about is she likes some shit because her girlfriends is doing it. It's not particularly what she found to be like her happiness or what the fuck it was that her goals were. She found that somebody else is doing this, so now I want to do that because they doing that. So now you're moving the goalposts on me. You have me fighting the imaginary person that I can't compete with. I can't compete with the internet. The internet is going to show you the best of every fucking thing. And it's going to be some shit that I can never compete with. Because I can show you some shit that I seen on xvideos.com that you'll never be able to compete with. You ain't that skinny. You don't bend that way.
Yeah.
You're not missing a joint in your hip to be able to flex like this.
Yeah.
Hernias.
Yeah, like, so trying to compare your situation to somebody else's is like, it's goofy for you to do that because you don't know what it takes for those people to get to that situation.
That is understandable. That portion is understandable.
If we're talking the growth of your relationship, we have to constantly be reevaluating our situations.
Right.
Me and my wife started talking in 2006.
Yeah.
We got married in 2016. We constantly have conversations about, like, well, what you trying to do? Are you cool with the way things are right now?
Right.
Are you good with your situation? Like, you got to be able to have these conversations so that we can still grow together. The goal is for us to do this. We were separate. We got together when they told you when you got married that your asses became one. And now we got to keep doing like this. Yeah. Some people grow the fuck apart, though, because like you said, he cool with the job. He's been working at this motherfucker for 10, 15 years. I'm cool. I know the manager. I get my month off. I get a week off every year. I'm cool with this. This is life for me. She might have been cool with it until she got shown some other shit, and now this is more exciting. But is it that you like that, or is it that somebody told you that you like it?
So listen to this, right? So 90 to 95% of women fall victim to this. Period.
That's a little high.
Dog, I'm telling you.
I don't even know what you about to tell you.
No. But just listen. No. Exactly what we were just talking about and whatnot. I'm telling you. And one of the reasons why I'm gonna say this is because the way that friend groups operate and whatnot is exactly the same way that friend groups operate along with men. The influence comes from whoever you around. We always say that, this is old saying. The saying is that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Right. If you in a room with fucking, you know what I'm saying? If you in the room with nine other broke niggas, best believe you the 10th. So at the end of the day, what happens in these situations comes that women do not like to ever move backwards. They always want to move forward in life. So what happens is that beyond conquering these hurdles that maybe other bitches ain't getting to, like getting married, having the 2.5 kids, having the white picket fence, there are also symbolisms of them having these things. I can't walk around and show you my house. Same reason why niggas put that shit on. I can't walk around and show you my 4,000 square foot house, and you know what I mean, that I got. And you know what I mean, I might be in the mall, so you can't see my, you know what I mean, brand new fucking, you know what I'm saying, Bentley outside, it's that and the third. But best believe I got the keys, or best believe that I'm in a position to try to show this to you because this is a status symbol. And one of the times that I've realized this is because I feel as if that, like I said, I've been married a long time. And the one thing that I can say is that the woman that I'm with, same thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a knock on her, but At the end of the day, she feels, look, I'm 40-something years old. There's no reason why I've never had a fucking I've been to countries all around the world. There's no reason why I've never had a Louis Vuitton bag. I'm like, that's stupid to me. It's not up to me though to justify or to even come up with the reasoning why this is important to you. I'm the man. I don't like fucking handbags. I don't give a fuck about a bag, but at the end of the day,
We got bags of custom hustle world too.
but the status symbol, good shit. But the status symbol means something to her. And the reason why I say that 95% of women, because regardless of if the woman can appreciate the Louis bag, she's only going off of where her status lies. If she makes 6 figures a year or close to it, she's feeling that she wants to live a 6-figure lifestyle. That's exactly what it is. And this goes for men too, but men, we are a little bit, because the gender roles come into play. You know what I'm saying? We make the bacon and bring it home or whatnot. So therefore, if we feel like we want to treat ourselves to something, that's cool. But it doesn't take away from our status symbol. My status symbol is what I do to put back into what I want to do for myself. I don't need to run around with fucking Balenciagas on them. I can afford them, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? I could get me a fucking Benz. I don't want to. Nah. But I'm just saying.
Big money over here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, no, but that's the thing. But I don't want to. That's not what I choose to spend my money on. That's what I'm saying.
That's not a thing that you put a value on.
Exactly.
So something that you said though, like we was just talking about, when you reevaluate in your situation with your spouse.
Yeah.
When you reevaluate all your situations, like you said, you look
talking to the mic because you know you're young.
You look around your circle and you see that everybody's the fuck broke. Nigga, fuck, get out of the room.
Yeah.
Get out the building.
Right.
Reevaluate your fucking friends and who you being around and what you being around and how they move and how do you want to move? What is it that you're ultimately trying to fucking do? You gotta be looking at that type shit. And if you know that like all my friends want to do is go on trips and they don't own any fucking thing.
Dog, but yo, here's the craziest shit about it.
I can't leave my kids a trip to Jamaica.
I wish
Jamaica's fun. I've been a few times.
Yeah.
But I can't leave that to my kids.
But you know what? I wish it was that simple. But
it is that simple.
No,
people make shit difficult when it don't need to be.
But they make
people never accept. Acceptance is the hardest thing for people to have.
Yeah.
And because people don't accept that this is what my situation is, again, I can go to Instagram and see anything in the world.
Right.
You want to see a 6'8" sexy bitch? You can find her on Instagram.
Yeah.
You want to see a 5'1" chick? You can find her on Instagram. You can find anything in the world on the internet that makes you go, damn, I could never get that. Like, because it ain't real.
But you know what it is? Acceptance is one of the hardest things to deal with, because at the end of the day, it's a situation that flows different for each person. Yeah. If you never crossed paths or had any certain things never had any importance if you didn't see anything that somebody else had, like, you know what, that would be nice to have. Or, you know what, I wish I can get one of them one day. If there was no type of, and I'm not even going to call it envy, I'm just going to call it comparison or admiration from anybody for anything. If we all ran our own race, you would never have to worry about any of this shit. But here's the thing. Everybody, that's why they say shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. The issue is that everybody wants to be up in the fucking air. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So when we start talking about what these women like and then what they see and what people see just in general, but I'm just leaving it up to women and whatnot. When they say, like, listen, I've been alive and achieved and worked hard enough, long enough for this thing. I don't give a fuck. And here's something. They'll automatically put value on it because this seems as if that this coincides with the level that I'm at. So, and women are trained up from when they little or whatnot. They're dreaming about what they're going to do for their wedding. They're dreaming about, a lot of times men were not. Because the reason why is that no matter what we're told is that you work hard enough, you'll be able to get whatever it is that you want to. You know what I'm saying? You work hard enough, you'll be able to be and do whatever it is that you want to do. That's the bottom line of what we do. Women start to see the details in the situation. When I say the devil's in the details. So automatically now the details in it. You know what I mean? If I get with the right man, if I work hard enough and we do this together or whatnot, we should be here by the time I'm 40. By the time I'm 45, we should be here. By the time I'm 50, we should be here. Yeah, and if I'm missing a mark on something, it's not.
Life be lifing.
Yeah, I know.
Happens. You think I'm going to be here when I'm 36 and, oh, shit, my mom just died.
Yeah.
Now my whole fucking plan is out of whack. The whole way that you thought about the world has changed because when I was 26, we had a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Now everything's different. Like, you can't have these like it got to be this, it got to be this, it got to be this. That's why I said you got to be reevaluating.
But
this shit.
but women play recovery very, very well. Women
like
will play the recovery game very, very well. If there was anything that was a roadblock in their way or whatnot, they continuously do something different. That's the reason why women are chasing this fucking check so crazy or whatnot. And then now they're getting to a point into which they're out earning some men because that's what's important to them. And if you can't meet them on that level, that's the reason why they got outlandish flights of fancy when it comes to the niggas that they want to be with.
So there's a couple of things I want to throw in here.
All
right. So we have, because what we're discussing is the disease of more, right?
Mm-hmm.
It happens across both genders, but yes, it's expressed a lot more
Mm-hmm.
through women
Right.
because of things like, societal standards and
Mm-hmm.
what's being put out in the media and so forth and so on.
Right.
So one of the things, because to go back to what we were talking about in terms of resentment in relationships,
Yeah.
it's because of the lack of communication, like how you said the checking in part, right?
Right.
A lot of that is the lack of communication. So back when I was doing 2 Kings 215, you go back, it's episode 6 of the first season. In fact, we only had one season. 2 Kings 215, we called it Standard Expectations.
Right.
So you have standards, which is perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with a lot of women nowadays is they're mixing up standards and expectations.
Oh, shit.
Because it's one thing to have a standard and be like you said, this is how hard I work and I earn 6 figures, so I should live like I earn 6 figures.
Right.
It's fine to have that as a standard.
Mm-hmm.
What's not fine is to have the expectation that because you feel like you should live like you earn 6 figures, I want to live like I earn 6 figures. I might earn 6 figures just like you,
Right.
and I'm fine living like I earn 5.
It's actually smarter to live that way.
It absolutely is.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm actually more comfortable living under my means
Yeah.
than living just within my means. Whereas it's never going to be enough for you.
Woo!
You're never going to find that sweet spot.
Say it again.
So you resent me
Right.
because I found a spot which is my sweet spot. I'm not lacking, you're not lacking.
Right.
But it's not enough for you not to lack. You have to have more. You're attracted to excess. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
true.
just want more to say you got more.
That's literally
That's
it.
some
Because
shit.
there's more, you want it. And that
Yup.
is the disease of more.
Yeah.
Why people never get enough. That's why
Yeah.
people work themselves into the graves.
Whew,
That's why
shit.
people have these arguments in relationships and marriages.
Very true.
And that's why money breaks up marriages.
Mhm.
People act like money breaks up marriages because you have destitution and somebody's about to be, get their whole car repossessed and lose their mortgage. No, it's because of things like this.
That's true.
Because I need to feel like the money I work for is how I'm living.
Yeah.
And there comes a
Right,
point where you can do that. There comes a point if you're making a certain amount where you can do that.
Right.
But then you have to also keep in mind what Hympe was saying. Is that really what you want for yourself? Or is it because you have this disease of more
Can't
where
keep
there's
up with the
never going to be enough because
Right.
somebody's going to show you something new and shiny.
You gonna
Absolutely.
go, oh shit, I gotta do that too.
Here it
Absolutely.
goes.
Yeah.
Because like let's say me, for instance, right? I know I'm into comic books.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be comic books.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to collect them all.
Right,
However, I don't need to.
Right.
Now, I get that you have this character and that character. I never have to own all of Superman.
Right.
I never have to own all of Batman. Make sure I have all of Black Lightning. Both editions. I need those if I'm going to collect those to feel whole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't matter that somebody else has all this.
That's called
It-
finding the sweet spot. Yeah.
And that's what it is. It doesn't matter that somebody has 2 libraries worth of these other characters that are cool. Great.
Yeah.
Congratulations, buddy.
Right.
But that's not what I need. And if we're going to be in a relationship, I need to communicate. And my wife needs to communicate to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Nari, you're doing well. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I need a vacation to Australia.
Right.
That's something I've always wanted. I would really like this vacation to Australia. That's cool. That's something we could work with. But when it turns from
We just
You
went
know-
to Australia and now you need to go to fucking Africa.
not even that,
Right.
you feeling like you need to go to Australia and you don't communicate with me
Right.
that you want to go to Australia, and you keep DMing me and inboxing me trips and flights,
Right.
and oh well, discounts on flights,
Yeah.
and reels
Friday
with people
sale,
going
nigga.
on vacations. You know what I'm saying? You done bought a fucking kangaroo, stuffed kangaroo. You done threw a boomerang at a nigga the other day.
Right.
And because I'm sitting here like, yo, I don't want no parts of Australia, dog.
Yeah.
They got big ass spiders over there. You know I don't like spiders.
Or maybe
They have
So-
they have
let's not
layovers. They don't have no
spend.
direct flights. I'm cool.
Or maybe let's not spend the 15 grand that it's going to cost to go to fucking Australia. Like
Maybe I want to spend that on something else. Maybe I want to spend that on extending the deck. Maybe I want to spend that on improving this at home.
Yep.
Whatever it is. But
We
you're
can't
mad at
leave
me
these kids
every
this trip
day.
to Australia.
You're mad at me every day. When you go and you talk to your friends, you are pissed because you're hearing about the flights that they're going on.
That's true.
And you want Australia. You don't even want their flights necessarily.
Yeah.
But you want Australia. But you haven't communicated to me that not only do you want Australia, but you expect a vacation every year.
Oh.
And we didn't go on a vacation in 2 years, and I'm not getting you Australia. Yeah, if some nigga come along and offer you Australia, you're going to end up on a flight with that nigga.
That's crazy. And then
You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah.
you're going to look at me like it's my fault
Yeah, exactly.
The problem when you don't communicate problems.
because you don't communicate. And that's where the whole topic, even what they were saying and what we were talking about, is the resentment. Resentment comes up because expectations are not communicated honestly and fairly, and because people are unwilling to accept what is communicated.
Right. That's true.
That's the problem. Because if you can't afford it, that's the other thing too. Because you have people who have this disease of excess and can't afford shit.
Ain't that some shit? But you know what they do? You know what them ones do? That's the ones that go 6 to a fucking hotel room. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? One brushing the teeth, one taking a shit, one showering. At the same time, they all
Double
sleeping in the dock.
occupancy
Yeah, 3
only.
in the bed, 2 on the floor. Like, it's the craziest shit in the world.
And the
We
girl on
20
that trip resents her man
If we 20,
horribly.
If we 22, I ain't got no problem with y'all. Y'all get out there and 8 deep to a
Right.
room. When you 38, y'all
Yeah,
niggas-
exactly.
I can't sleep on nobody's floor.
Old as hell, fucking
You
your
mad
back
at
up
your
or
man
whatnot.
Back
cause-
is
Yeah.
on a beam, nigga. I ain't
Yeah.
walked right because we took this flight these last 3 hours.
Listen, that's the problem with resentment, is that it sits there and it festers, and it
Yeah.
only gets worse, and it makes everything a person look at. And I think that's the part that we need to talk about when we talk about resentment.
Yeah.
It makes everything else. It's a cancer to everything else.
Oh, absolutely.
Because now I hate the way that you breathe.
Yup.
I hate the way that you chew this motherfucking gum.
Yup.
The
Put
problem-
that spoon down, because if I hear it hit your teeth again, I'm gonna smack you upside the head.
The
You know what
problem
I'm
with
saying?
that is, like you saying, you didn't communicate to me that this was even.
You didn't.
You didn't communicate to me that we had an issue with this.
Right.
So now you have been having this argument with your girlfriend or this discussion with yourself
Right.
Yup.
that we never had.
You leaving me out of it.
Yeah, and now I don't even know nothing about no like Australia. When the fuck did you get a passport, bitch? You know what I'm saying?
And it always explodes. It will always,
It always
explode.
explodes when I've been thinking about this shit since April.
And that's what happens. And the explosion is where everything goes wrong. That's where it gets nasty. That's where the name calling starts. You broke motherfucker.
Yup.
You lazy motherfucker. You so complacent. You a bum.
So
I
listen.
can't believe you don't.
Full circle again and whatnot. And then what happens is that the man or the person is made to feel inadequate because there is now a lack of respect.
Yeah.
Shouts out to my wife. We don't have these type of situations.
Shouts out to that. Get with us on IG at Mr_Know-It-All_pod, the Facebook fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast on TikTok. And please, as always, send all of your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. Well, fellas, this has been a hell of a fucking conversation.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Hell of a fucking conversation. man.
Tone, where you at, Tone?
Yeah, man, this
Tone,
is
missed
yeah.
you, bro.
Definitely wish Tone was here or whatnot. I want to hear his
Sure,
input
for
on it
sure.
or whatnot. Yeah, so
We should have had the
You
shades
got to run
on.
it back with him, too.
Should
Yeah.
have had the glasses on for Tone.
Had the glasses on for
yeah, I
Tone.
know.
Yeah.
Put the shades on for Tone, man. Oh man, anything y'all got to close out with, man? Tell us where we can find y'all. You already know or whatnot. We'll start off with Nah first, because we already know how it
how went there,
Go
Go
man.
ahead, nah.
For sure, for sure.
Go
All right, man. Like I said, the TikTok for Life Be Lifing is back. please, while TikTok still exists, go over there, show us some love.
Yes.
And on a personal note, because I'm doing some basketball content now, my brother's inspired me to go ahead and get with that. Coach_Nari at TikTok. Go ahead, follow that, show that some love. Also, next Thursday at 9 p.m., Life Be Lifing will be live. We will be having a conversation starting with the We Listen and We Don't Judge. The I'm the Problem edition. Okay, so we're going to be talking about situations where we admit that we are the problem. We started that at the end of the last episode, and we are going to start the episode off like that.
Yeah, me and Kelly did that last week.
That
2 weeks
is
ago.
on
Sonny brought that
Thursday.
bullshit up on the GFT show. We ain't do it.
That is on Thursday the 26th, the day after Christmas, 9 p.m.
Hey.
That will be our last episode for season 2. For season 3.
Yeah.
So please stop in and enjoy and love that. Also, COD Sundays, Call of Duty Sundays, man. I am a gaming live streamer as well. So on YouTube, Life Be Lifing. At Twitch, Life Be Lifing _Ni. And yeah, we'll be there. I'll be out there, taking head shots, pause. Getting kills and trying to get plays of the day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to end up in the top 3. So show some love. And it's not 27 on Xbox if you're trying to game together. You hear me?
Hey.
I am Hympe on Instagram and Twitter. It's HYMPE. It's Hympe. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. How to Hustle podcast with Hympe has done our last episode for the year. January the 6th, we'll be back with a new episode already recorded. How to Hustle podcast with Hympe on all streaming platforms. You can just Google Hympe. Again, they'll have pictures of Nah, but that's my man, so that's cool. They got pictures of me on there too. Podcast link. Philly is the Instagram page for us. Again, the BS3 Network. We are on demand on the BS3 Network.
Yes, sir.
First live show. It's under new releases. So you go, you scroll, you'll see a picture of all of us. We look good on that.
Yeah, we do.
Like I said, this is a big situation. Fuck what anybody else is going to tell you. It ain't bragging if it's true. And been telling niggas since forever, it's a difference in podcasting and being in the business of podcasting.
Absolutely.
We are in the business of podcasting. We're professionals, paid talent. Anytime they pay you for some shit, you become a professional. At Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. I tell people all the time, unless you catch me at work, if you see me wearing anything, it's because I own this shit. 5 versions of the sneaks, the boots, barber capes, sweatsuits, tracksuits, regular hoodies, you name it, we got it. Custom jackets, they one of one unless you buy 3 of them. And at H2H Cleaning, we're here to help. Just tell us how we can help. Roofing, plumbing, flooring, HVAC, cleanups, cleanouts, no septic tanks, tree trimming, grass cutting, remodeling. However you need it, we can make it all happen. But yeah, you get with us because we will be doing more live shows next year. We got plenty of shit in the works. Shouts out to the ladies too for doing the ugly sweater party.
Yeah, shout out to y'all over at Crush Lounge.
Forgot about that one. Shouts out to
still
Crush
stop by
Lounge
Crush Lounge and get a
for
couple
hosting
shots.
that, for hosting that for us too. But yeah, Podcast Link Philly. Make sure y'all hit the page. Make sure y'all follow everybody.
Hey.
Oh, Not Charles on Facebook. That's where the live is going to be along with YouTube. Life Be Lifing.
I meant to say this too, nigga. Y'all gotta read the goddamn comments, man. Okay, I was on there the other night.
I did see. I shouted you out.
I heard you the first time, but then I'm saying other shit. All right, and y'all was leaving a nigga hanging. I'm like, these niggas just not gonna look at these comments. Phoning them GNT, them niggas too. Goddamn, read the comments.
Fair enough.
You know what it is or whatnot. Then what we have to do is we'll start finding times. You know what I'm saying, into which that if that's when you're premiering it or whatnot, then we'll make sure that we all on there during that time or whatnot, so we can all
they be live on there. That's why I said
right.
See, I know when you got multiple streams, then you getting the one on coming on Instagram, this one coming on Facebook. I got you, but I'm down in there.
Yeah, that StreamYard shit be doing it'd be weird, but you know what I'm saying. So listen, know-it-alls. There'll be one more show for the year, and then after that we'll be moving into the 200s, going into 2025. Yeah, and big changes, big things popping, little things stopping. You know what I mean? We out here, man. So, on behalf of myself, Mr. Know-It-All, Hympe.
I forgot too.
What's
Damn,
that?
before we wrap this up, Me, Kelly, and Big Dan. Shouts out to Me, Kelly, and Big Dan.
Oh yeah, y'all got
recaps
them
every
Yellowstone
Monday.
thing.
We doing it all the time.
Yeah,
We about to start on Lioness on Monday.
Oh,
and then we
okay,
gonna do
okay.
Landman after that. So we're your home for the recap every Monday on the IG Live.
We ain't even go over what you call it, man. We ain't even go over movies and TV shows. We'll talk about that off air.
So what you're saying is we can just do a quick snippet situation for that.
What you mean?
You could wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Then you got another one where you want to go over real quick.
Yeah, that's
trying not to produce his situation, but you
no, you know what I'm
sound
saying?
like me. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is what it is. I mean, it wasn't nothing too interesting and whatnot. But listen, get with y'all next week, man, and whatnot. Can't believe we coming up on it so fast. Mr.
Awesome.
Know-It-All. Yeah, that was wild. Mr. Know-It-All. Nah, Hympe. Holla at y'all later. Peace.
Well, you shouldn't be such a smart mouth, Mr. Know-It-All.